down, you can't fold and you can't bend. Y'all be playing it safe and I be going for the win. Remember back when they was doubting on the kid. Now they tuned in cause my game too legit.
Fantasy Headliners Nation. Headliner Nation. Fantasy Headliners for the nation. I'm a headliner. I'm a headliner.
Yeah. Analytics off the chain, all the channels not the same. Jake and Kyle, you know the name. Headliner Nation, we running the game. Y'all stuck on third down. Your content's plain Jane. Headliners on top now. We gonna move and change. Podcast off the rip. Draft guide, so legit. Fantasy world, our game tight. You know we about that chub life. Stuck in a rut and you need some motivation. Head to the channel for this Headliner Nation.
I'm a headliner.
Here we go. It's week 13, Kyle, and we are back for another live show. Woo! Now, I said on video just the other day that I was going to just take this weekend to kick back, relax, and get healthy. And right now, I'm feeling a little bit more lively. As soon as you hit that go live button, things just kind of, they happen in your loins. Kyle, you know what that's all about, right? When you know that there's actually people listening to you speak right now, it makes the juices flow a little bit. How we doing?
I'm going to have to put the earmuffs on the kids if we're
No,
going.
I'm not. I know they're close. I know they're within. If anything, I have to worry about what you're going to say. So don't worry about it.
This is true. I'm going to have to be somewhat drawn back tonight. But hey, like you said, Saturday night, you hit that little red button up in the top right-hand corner that says go live. And there's just a different feeling that comes in. And then, whoo, the intro starts. The bass slaps, as the chat says.
And here we go.
And it's time to go.
That's right. Everybody's already commenting on your haircut. Nobody has yet to comment on my haircut. That slightly upsets me just a little bit, but that's okay. I've already gotten over it. But Kyle, the questions are already starting to fly in. We've had some later breaking news here today. We found out that Jalen Hurts will be out. Jalen Hurts not playing quarterback. So it is time once again for my spirit animal, Gardner Minshew, with the Philadelphia Eagles. There's been a report come out that Big Ben has told everybody inside the organization that he's going to retire at the end of the year, and praise the Lord and all things fantasy football for that, because that dude looked like he retired on the field last week. We know that we don't have Melvin Gordon, which means we have a whole lot of Javonte Williams. Darren Waller is already going to be out. We got no Deebo Samuel. There's a lot that's going on this week, and it's a critical time, right? Because the fantasy playoffs are right around the corner. So we're going to sit here for the next hour and a half or so, talk some fantasy football with you guys, try to help set as many lineups as we can, and try to figure out what we're going to do here in what could be a very crazy week 13, Kyle. Whew. Are you ready for all this?
I'm ready for it. And you know what's really funny is, like, people have spent the last 48 hours being like, oh, it's Javonte Williams week. And we've been saying for like 2 months, if Javonte Williams gets a week to himself, look out. Because
I'm popping a Ricola.
Ricola.
That's right. Not a sponsor, should be a sponsor. Okay. Anyway, let's talk some football, Kyle. We've already got a lot of questions coming in here. If you're in the chat, we're going to be going back and forth between super chats, the regular chat. We're talking to everybody tonight, so don't worry. If you leave a super chat, we're going to answer your question 100%. Don't worry about that. And Kyle, what are we laughing at already?
So Luis becoming a member for the 8 months.
What up, Luis?
Months here on YouTube. He says, why does Kyle remind me of Rihanna? Umbrella, Ella, A. But I don't get it.
I don't know. I've seen your legs before, and they're nowhere as good as hers.
debatable.
No, it's not debatable. Like, it's not even
Carrier,
close.
yes, but
A lot more pale.
my calves are my best feature.
Okay, anyway.
THC needs to know if he's starting Miles Sanders or CEH this week.
How tough is that, right? Because we like Miles Sanders. We don't like the usage of Miles Sanders, but he's
We don't
off
like the people who coach Miles Sanders.
Absolutely. Great way to address that. He's off the injury report. Boston Scott has been limited all week. He is going to play. We got no Jordan Howard, but we also have no Jalen Hurts stealing a bunch of the rushing volume. So there's an opportunity for Miles Sanders here this week. We know that CEH was on the injury report late here in the week with an illness. Andy Reid has come out and said, hey, he should be good. I think he's probably going to be okay, but there's that question mark because he plays Sunday Night Football. And if you don't have a backup option, what do you do if there's something late that happens where CH isn't a go? I think as of right this second, at 9:06 p.m. Eastern time, Miles Sanders may be slightly safer, but using the word safe and Miles Sanders in the same sentence is kind of hard to swallow.
So I like the argument for Miles Sanders this week because of what you said about no Jalen Hurts.
Yeah.
Obviously, no Jordan Howard. Boston Scott, he's just getting way too many touches for a guy that really shouldn't be getting many touches at all. But, part of the thing with CEH is if he has been sick this week, do we get back to using a little bit more Darrell Williams this week to, kind of go back and forth a little bit? I agree on the Miles Sanders is probably safer. Unsportsmanlike conduct for what?
In case you guys haven't figured it out yet, with the Michigan hoodie on, Kyle is also watching the Michigan football game. So there could be sudden outbursts, anything good or bad, on the Michigan side, in case you were wondering.
Penalty, Jesus. And then he wants to know Ayuk or Gronk in the flex. I'm leaning a little Gronk here.
I think Gronk is just super safe.
Yeah.
I mean, I think his floor is, we already know his floor is probably going to be right around 8, 9, 10 points, but his ceiling is still in the 20s. And when he's active, when he's on the field in a good matchup, Tom Brady looks for him, and I think he's probably the safer option.
Tristan, we do have a Discord server.
We do.
So we do.
We do. It's probably blowing up, people making fun of us right now.
It is. I see the messages because they pop up on my computer.
Oh.
Brent Shin dropping a big old 20 bomb in the super chat. Appreciate you, Brent. Thank you so much. Big week, guys. Need all the help that I can. 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers, and a flex for a full PPR league. We got to choose from Connor, Henderson/Sony, and Patterson. Well, I'm going to go Connor and Patterson at running back right away. Lock
100%.
it in.
Yep.
Wide receivers are Hopkins, Ayuk, Mooney, and Mike Williams. If Hopkins plays, Hopkins 100%. And I probably still very barely Mike Williams, but I don't love it. I don't love Mooney's matchup against Arizona. I mean, it's okay.
Well, here's the thing about the Arizona matchup, too. There's some potential bad weather there with some rain. So if you're going to gamble already with Hopkins, you don't want to gamble probably with Mooney, too, because if it is a bad rain game, you could lose both of them to a limited upside there to the weather. So if it's me, I'm probably gambling and going Hopkins as long as he starts, and then I'll go with Mike Williams and just hopefully we get another one of those big games.
So Ayuk is going to be safer than Mike Williams, I think, especially with no Debo this week. Go with Ayuk. Hopefully he gets you 10 solid points. Mike Williams could get you 15, 20, 25 pretty easy. We just haven't seen that type of upside as of recently. So if I had to make a choice right here, it's Hopkins and Ayuk. And then if Hopkins were to be out, I go Ayuk and Mike Williams. And then we have to pick a flex as well. So, if Henderson does play, what game are they?
They are afternoon.
They're an afternoon game. But if you have Sony Michel and Henderson ends up being out, you can slot in. So I would put Henderson in my slot.
Whoa. And you're worried about what I'm going to say in front of the kids?
3rd and 20, Jake.
It's okay. Perfect. See? Here all along, you're worried about what I'm going to say. And you're over there putting Henderson in your slot. Okay. But yeah, I get that. Kind of worrisome if Henderson does play that he's somewhat limited and there's somewhat of a split between him and Sony. But, you kind of have to wait and see there. If you'd rather just play it safer, you could always go with the wide receiver that you didn't start there in Mooney more than likely. And it wouldn't be that much worse.
Eddie Enrique.
What up, Eddie?
Start 3 in a full PPR. Waddle, Najee, Elijah, or Javonte. Thanks, guys. It's Najee, Elijah, Javonte for me.
As much as I like Jalen Waddle,
It's hard to set any of those guys knowing how much volume they're going to get.
This week, exactly. Elijah Mitchell, Javonte Williams, and Najee. It's hard because, honestly, I feel a little bit safer about Elijah Mitchell and Javonte Williams than I do over Najee Harris, but I can't sit the volume. I can't sit the almost 60 touches between those three guys.
Yep. Keontae, Holland, Miles Sanders, or Claypool for the flex. Still going to roll with Miles Sanders here, barely. If you need a lot of upside, if you're like, oh, man, like, for me to win this week, I'm going to need like 25 points. Then you got to go with Claypool, but I'm going to lean Sanders just a little bit right here.
Yeah, I have to agree, especially now that he's off the injury report and we don't have Jalen Hurts. I'll go with Sanders, too. Oh, boy Ray Foltz out there in the chat saying he was going to send a picture of his CEH jersey with him, with the jersey he won a little bit back. Ray sent me a... Yeah, he's got pants on. That's why I'm going to show it on the internet. I don't know if you'd be able to see it or not.
There it is.
But Ray, and there was some great Christmas decorations. There's a lot of presents under that tree. Kind of wondering which one of those presents is for me, but he is ready. Ray out there wearing the CEH jersey he won from us not that long ago.
Woo. Ray looking good in the CEH jersey.
Appreciate you, Ray.
Hats. Sorry, I had to clean the old glasses real quick. There we go. Dustin Scales with a 15 bomb.
What up? Appreciate you, Dustin.
What's up, Dustin? Lineup advice. Okay. At quarterback, he's got Tua. Wide receivers, DK, Kirk, and Gallup, who already played. Running backs, Freeman and Gaskin. Tight end, Andrews. Flex is Ingram. Tucker is his kicker. Philly defense. Any changes or am I screwed? Bourne, Goddard, bench. Dustin, if you're screwed, it's because you were already screwed, not because of what you did. This, to me, Dustin, feels like a lineup where you may or may not be plagued with injuries or buys.
Yeah.
Because I can't imagine you're starting these guys every single week. So, honestly, man, survive in the week. Hopefully, this isn't a week where you absolutely had to have a win. I like Kirk this week if Hopkins plays, getting him back into the slot. That is a huge matchup for him in the slot, a big disadvantage because of how poor they have been in the slot. Talking about Chicago, how poor they are at defending the slot. Freeman is in a pretty good match as well. Well, I mean, it was, but TJ Watt is expected to play now, and I think Cam Hayward is as well. So maybe not nearly as good as it once was. I mean, Gaskin could get you 30 points or he could get you 3.
And the whole thing is really you don't have a lot of options to make a change with. You got Kendrick Bourne, who had himself, a couple good ball games here as of late, and you got Dallas Goedert. I'm not putting Goedert in over Andrews
Tucker.
this week.
Or not Tucker, Andrews. Yeah.
Yeah. And then for Bourne,
I'm not playing Bourne against Buffalo.
No, I'm not doing that. I'm not going to sit DK, Kirk, or Gallup. On your Gallup, you've already played him. So you really don't have any other options as of right now. You have what you have. And at this point, you cross your fingers and hope that you get one of those bigger days from one of these guys to help carry you through. Because like Kyle said, I think you're kind of dealing with some bye weeks or some injuries because most people aren't reliant on Christian Kirk or Michael Gallup, Gaskin, and Freeman. I mean, I understand it's been rough out there as of late.
Nicholas Johnson. Javonte Williams season is here, headliners. Let's freaking go. USA, USA, USA. LOL. I'm just super hyped. I've been holding him since the draft. Nicholas, enjoy this week. It should be a banger.
Hold him gently.
White Mamba started Ingram. Now we got to pick 2. Javonte Williams, Najee, or Elijah Mitchell. Javonte Williams, I'm locking in.
Yeah.
If you want to be safe, you go Najee Harris. But if you want upside, I'm going Elijah Mitchell over Najee Harris.
And it sounds crazy, but I'm probably doing that anyway. I'm going Javonte and Elijah Mitchell over Najee at this point because I can't count on the passing game of the Pittsburgh Steelers in a difficult matchup.
Frolicking Heifer, Demont or Mooney in the flex. We're going Demont. I can't. Mooney doesn't have enough upside for me to say, yeah, let's play a wide receiver over a guy that's probably going to get 20 touches.
I say I'm going to agree, but it's more for me because of the weather and the potential of rain and wind and maybe a lesser passing game, more focus on the running game. So, yeah, I'll go with David Montgomery for that reason as well.
Manny Dingo 30 says, I just wanted to say I love you guys. I love you too, Manny.
Thanks, Manny.
Y'all been getting me through nursing school. Thank you guys. Also, Kyle Calf Gains Be Too Hard. Do I need to get on the chair?
No, but not
you're on
yet.
the
It's too early. We don't need everybody to leave. We only have 133 likes as it is, and you want to start showing your calves?
Well, then we'll have like 233 likes.
Maybe. What's happening in your game? Are you losing
Did
yet?
he pick it off again? Oh, what a poor throw. Oh, he didn't, but it was close. Anyway, back to it. Manny, appreciate you. King Lapo 24, D Mooney or Devontae Smith? I'm going to go Smith here. Hopefully Gardner Minshew can be on his game this week.
If you can say
And
anything
be a
about
lot
Gardner,
more consistent than what Hurts has been.
if you can say anything about Gardner Minshew and his time when he was starting in Jacksonville, you know that he had that opportunity to go deep down the field. He's not scared to go deep down the field. Him and DJ Chark used to hook up all the time, with those long routes. I could see that happening once again this week with Devontae Smith, and I'll have to agree with you here this week. James Kellen,
Randy Horsley.
don't encourage this, James.
Oh, well, he's running backwards. Thanks for the gift. James, what did James do?
He says more calves, and I told him to not encourage you.
It takes very little encouragement to get me to do really anything.
Pretty much.
Randy Horsley in the flex spot. Sony Michel, Rashad Bateman, or Tevin Coleman in a PPR league. Well, it cannot be Sony Michel unless Darrell Henderson is out. If Darrell Henderson is out, then I would be okay with it. And you'll know about him at the same time as Baltimore. So if Darrell Henderson out, it's Sony Michel. If Darrell Henderson isn't out, then it's Rashad Bateman.
Yeah, I agree.
Kyle definitely does look spiffy tonight. It's either the gym or the new hair. Look at Headliner Nation being so complimentive of your boy.
All I know is if they don't knock this off, you're not going to be able to leave that room. The doorway is not wide enough for your head.
It probably isn't anyway.
That's probably close to a true statement.
Vikash Chand. What up, Vikash? Gibson or Javonte Williams at the flex. It's Javonte Williams. There are not very many people I'm going to start over Javonte Williams this week.
Man,
it's just
but
not going to happen.
Antonio Gibson is close, though, with no J.D. McKissick and a matchup against the Raiders. Let me see here. I have Antonio Gibson at 10, and, oh, man, it's super close. I mean, I think the safer option is probably going to be Javonte Williams. I think the potential higher ceiling, due to the touchdown upside, could be Antonio Gibson if you want to gamble. But you have a ton of great options. I wish you could get all four of them in there somehow.
Mm-hmm. That's what she said.
Yeah, see, once again, and you're worried about me. And here, Jake, don't corrupt my kids, as you're just going to sit there and corrupt them yourself. Perfect.
Owo Onage says, I'm going to play the Headliner Nation song on the loudest system I can find at Best Buy.
Dude.
If you can do that and videotape it and get it on Twitter and share it with us, I'll give you a free draft guide.
Yep. I mean, yeah.
That goes out. Honestly, that goes out. No, I'm not going to give it out to anybody because we're going to get like 400. We're going to have to give away.
Yeah. But seriously, who said that? Oahu
Onage.
Dude, if you do that, seriously, you just get a quick video of it, tag me on Twitter or Kyle on Twitter. We'll hook you up with a free draft guide right now. 100%. If you did it during the show, are they open? Probably not. It's probably, I don't know where you're at. But it all depends.
Just whenever. Just go bop that.
Dude, crank it up on a Bose system. Just like let it ring throughout the store.
I got to hear it. Like, I got to be able to see people in the background being like, what's that?
Yeah, exactly. That would be a first. We haven't had anybody do that yet. We haven't had anybody blast our intro at a store before. We've had other things similar with T-shirts on and stuff like that, but nothing with actual audio. That would be great. I would love it.
Oh, that would be so awesome.
Yes, it would.
Whew. Homestar Hobo with the 10 bomb. Homestar, what's up, my man? Well, I guess my person. I don't know if it is a man or a woman. It could be either. Standard, pick one. Alex Collins or Adrian Peterson.
Oh, no. I'm almost borderline.
I kind of want to say AP.
I mean, I almost want to say don't start either and just take the 0. I mean, Alex Collins hasn't done anything. He's gotten these touches and he basically runs backwards every time he gets the ball. So either way, you're hoping for one of these guys just to fall into the end zone. If they've already activated Adrian Peterson this quick, they said they plan on using him. Okay, I guess we roll that dice, but I don't love it at all.
Are you kidding me? He was comparing my haircut to Rihanna's. What is wrong with you?
You have the Rihanna haircut?
Luis, ban him. Is Anna in the chat? Can she time out Luis for me?
I don't think she's
not
there.
going to, but I need her to.
Hang
Oh
on,
my gosh.
I got to look at Rihanna's hair here. Hold on.
It's a look at the MVP Discord.
Oh, is it in there?
Yeah, the main chat.
Perfect. See, this is what we do on Discord. Love it.
The Elvis sideburns. My sideburns aren't that long. They're like mid-ear.
Mine are longer than yours.
Yeah. I don't think they're Elvis. My sideburns in high school used to go down to like the bottom of my ear. They were super long.
You had chops.
Mhm.
I guess you do kind of have the Rihanna haircut.
Whatever. I'm better looking. Corvette Foster 40. Nope, never mind. I skipped somebody. Jeffrey Foot with the 10 bomb. Hey, fellas, I really need a win this week. Pick one for the flex. PPR. Boston Scott, Jerry Judy, Josh Reynolds, Daryl Williams if he plays. Thanks for all your hard work. I appreciate you guys. Jeffrey, we appreciate you. I feel like Josh Reynolds has more upside, but I would defer to Jerry Judy here. I don't feel great about it, though.
I'm almost in agreement with you about Josh Reynolds, though, because there's something about the Reynolds-Goff connection from LA that's now in Detroit. Detroit's always losing. They have no one else that they're really throwing the ball to consistently. A matchup going up against Minnesota, who's banged up on defense as well. Honestly, I think I probably go Josh Reynolds here and just hope for the targets.
Michael says, show Jake the Cavs swag.
No, Jude, you don't realize I spend almost every day of my life with this man. Okay, I've seen the Cavs more than I want to see them.
Corvette Foster 40. Hey, guys, PPR, I need 3. T. Higgins, Hollywood Brown, Van Jefferson, Devontae Parker. It's Van Hollywood T for me.
Probably, yeah.
OBJ is a little bit banged up right now.
Yeah, I agree. But with Parker being his first game coming back from injury, how much does he really get? So I'll kind of limit that upside a little bit and go with the other 3 as well.
Joe P, yo, headliners, happy Saturday. Who are we starting, Tua or Wentz? I'm going Wentz here.
Hold, please.
I mean, it's not like I'm definitely going Wentz. Wentz for me is a little bit higher right now.
Yep, I got Wentz 1 spot higher than Tua.
And then we need to pick one as the wide receiver 2 and the flex. Ayuk, Barkley, Higgins, and Devontae Parker. I almost want to say Ayuk and Higgins. I don't know if I can, though.
I don't think I can, because with Barkley in New York and no Daniel Jones, you have to think that they check the ball down a lot and he gets a lot of touches out of the back. It's maybe the only useful game for Saquon Barkley out there.
Yeah. I mean, I want to say Higgins. Higgins probably has the most upside, but the Chargers defense, they've been a little up and down this year. They've had some really, really good performances where they've limited wide receivers. They've had some poor performances where they get burnt. So Higgins has more upside. If you want to be safe about it, it's Barkley and Ayuk for me. If you want to try and fit a little bit more upside in there, then you have to try and bring T. Higgins in over Ayuk.
Yeah, I agree. It just depends if you want to play it safe or gamble there a little bit with Higgins. But that ceiling, we've seen it here in the past. Higgins has a huge ceiling, but I got to start Barkley at my flex. I mean, if you're not going to start him this week, why did you hold on to him all season long, right? So if you've got him, this is about as good as it could possibly get for him.
Trojan 3659, do or die week. Pitts or Logan Thomas, guys. Gracias. It's still Pitts for me.
I mean, it's disgusting. I don't know if I should be like excited about it, but yeah, I mean, going up against Tampa Bay, they're going to be losing and throwing the ball. So hopefully he can find 6 catches for 50 or 60 yards, be like the highest performance he's had in a while.
Yeah. Z Karate becoming a member for the 2nd month here on YouTube. Pick 3, Mitchell, Eckler, Connor, Montgomery, and Javonte Williams. It's Javonte Williams, Eckler, and Mitchell for me.
Yep, I agree. Even though I don't like to sit the others, I think Mitchell, Eckler, and Javonte are about as good as you can get there in that mixture.
Crispy, what up, boys?
What up,
Go
Crispy?
Blue. I'm bummed. I'm going to miss Javonte week. Decided to start Ingram along with JT and Eckler. Claypool or Van Jefferson this week? I'm still leaning Van Jefferson here a little bit.
So am I. I just don't trust Big Ben. I just don't trust him at all when it comes to throwing the ball down the field to anybody at this point. Deontay Johnson going to soak up as many targets as he can get, and Claypool kind of left over getting scraps.
John B. Cooks, Beasley, or Judy at the flex. I'm going to go Cooks here.
I know he's been on the injury report with an illness here later in the week. I'm hoping everything should be good. Just make sure you pay close attention because that's who I would choose here as well.
Pasta Prince becoming a member for the 4th month in a standard league. I need a flex with Debo, Cook, and Aaron Jones out. Are going with Bourne, Singletary, T.Y. Hilton, or Burkhead. Shout out to the eggplant meter. Keep busting.
That's right.
Well, it's definitely not busting over any of these starts here.
Yeah, the eggplant is not at full attention for any of these ones. You know that the masses are going to say T.Y. Hilton because he's going up against Houston, and he is a Houston Texans killer. Does that mean that he's a safe start here? No, he's not. But out of the options you have, they're all a gamble. Roll the dice, and that's where I go is T.Y.
That's where I'm going to. And I even talked about it like in the wide receiver shows. I was like, everybody out here, like, how dare you disrespect T.Y. Hilton? Look at what he's done against the Houston Texans.
Yeah, look what he did
when he was
Luck
2 years younger and healthy all the time.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. This is not the same T.Y. Hilton. Plus, they have a new wide receiver 1 in town, Michael Pittman, and they have a guy that they can hand the ball off to 30 times a game, Jonathan Taylor. Oh, by the way, it's the Houston Texans. They're probably going to beat them by 45 with Jonathan Taylor scoring 4 more touchdowns. But again, in this scenario, Bourne against the New England Patriots, against the Buffalo defense, absolutely not. Devin Singletary, no. What are you going to get? 5 points and be excited for it? Rex Burkhead?
You just said they're going to be trailing by 40 anyway. They're not going to be running the ball a whole lot. Yeah, no.
T.Y. Hilton, you got to go there. You got to. Astro Joe's trade Chase and Pittman for Deontay Johnson and Gibson in a PPR. I would rather have Chase and Pittman. Let me begin my analysis with that. However,
depends.
If you need running backs, if you are weak at running back, that's not a bad trade. Deontay Johnson's not going to have the upside of Jamar Chase. He is going to be probably just as safe, though. And you get to add a running back that I had as a trade option a couple of weeks ago before the deadline in a members only video. So
Yep. That's where I don't mind it as long as you need the running back help, then perfect.
Trojan 3659. Need a wide receiver 2 in a standard league. Van Jefferson, Christian Kirk, or Mooney. I'm going Christian Kirk here. If DeAndre Hopkins plays. If DeAndre Hopkins is out for more upside, I go Van Jefferson.
That's tough.
That's tough. The nickel corner for the Chicago Bears allows the 4th highest passer rating to slot wide receivers in the entire league.
But what if the weather is as bad as they say it's going to be?
Well, is or isn't?
What if it is? It's supposed to rain. I mean,
it is, but that's also why I like Kirk, because it could be those really quick routes, get the ball out fast, not hold on it too long, not need to run down the field. Those more high percentage plays that you have to rely on when you.
Yeah.
All right.
38
choking.
38 degrees and an 80% chance of rain at kickoff for that game.
I don't love it. So, I mean, if you want
Arizona
the upside, it's Van Jefferson for me.
That's where I'm leaning is Van Jefferson. Especially since Odell Beckham is, even though he may play, he's going to be limited.
Oh, he fumbled it. Oh, it went out of bounds. No, you can't do that. He fumbled it. Oh, my thing scrolled down. Hold on. I'll find it real quick. Going back up here. Going back up. Still going up. I guess there was a lot more than I thought. Aldwin Parchment becoming a member here for the 3rd straight month. Aldwin, appreciate you in a full PPR. Start Eckler, Madison, Allen, D-Hop. His flex options are Barkley, Javonte. You already know what I'm going to say, basically. Yep. Sony Michel, Ayuk, Mooney, and McLaurin. Bench performing better than the studs. So here's the thing. With D-Hop, not knowing what we're going to get out of him, and the weather, like Jake said, I'm putting D-Hop to the bench, and I'm putting McLaurin in my starting lineup. That's
Yes.
an easy one for me. That's an easy swap. I'm going McLaurin over D Hop pretty easy there. As far as your flex, I'm going Javonte Williams over Barkley.
That's where it's tough. This could definitely backfire in a heartbeat because I think either one of those guys have that potential to go out there and get you 25 points this week, and one of them the hype is so high on that they could disappoint and score you 6 or 7, and that's where it's going to be a little bit of a roll of the dice for you, Aldwin. I think Javonte Williams is slightly safer. But sitting Saquon Barkley, leaving him there on the bench is a big gamble in a game with no Daniel Jones, in which they could heavily rely on the short passing game to Saquon Barkley. So it all depends if you want to play it safe with Javonte or gamble with Saquon.
You know how you said a few minutes ago, like you've been holding Barkley all along because like this is the week you've been holding it for. Same thing for Javonte.
I know. I know.
Oh man,
that's tough. I mean, at least you still have Eckler and Madison as well, and you got some other really good options there. But yeah, that's a tough one.
I'm YOLOing it. I'm like, I've been waiting for Javonte Williams week. I absolutely love the kid. I'm just gonna roll with it anyway. And if he scores 5 points, F it. At least I went in on a high that week. Oh, get him! Oh, flag holding. Ooh, he got just crushed. Please be holding.
It's got to be holding. The offensive lineman was like about rock bottomed him. He had him around the neck. I think you're good.
What does that make it? Third and I didn't see. I think it was 3rd and 7. So 3rd and 17 now. Okay, so we got Aldwin. Talked about him. On to Ivan Flores tossing out that 10 bomb in the super chat. I need your help, guys. Big week. I need a flex. Crowder, Breida, Samuel, Washington. I'm assuming from Pittsburgh, James Washington.
I'm guessing.
Myers from the Pats or Coleman. Ivan.
So as much as I don't like it, as much as I really don't like it, I think I just gamble and go with Breida. I think I look at Matt Breida as somebody who's getting the bulk of the volume in the backfield for Buffalo. He started off last week's game in that first half, actually the first quarter, had like 7 or 8 touches in the first drive or two. So, I mean, at this point, we're just chasing touches. So I'm going with Matt Breida there and crossing my fingers.
Why is the play under review? For what?
The game is going too fast. They're trying to slow it down some. Let's see. What else do we have?
Oh my God. They're going to get someone for targeting. Who was it?
No, got him in the helmet. He got his bell rung there a little bit.
But that's the thing. Like, that's why I hate the targeting rule in college, because that's not targeting. The quarterback literally started, instead of going into a slide, he ran and then like twisted and fell down backwards, bringing his head into the line of the defender. So now the defender is going to go out for targeting when all he was doing was trying to make a sound tackle when the quarterback wasn't giving himself up. That's why targeting is so ridiculous at the college level.
Yep.
And he grazed him too. Like, I get it. Protecting the players. Like, I'm not like, oh, this sport's been wussified like that. I'm not that, but this is ridiculous right here. Cause they're going to get him for targeting. I guarantee they're going to get him for targeting. Now the penalties, I believe, would offset. I don't know for sure, which would still leave it at 3rd and 7, but who knows? Anyway. Yeah, they're going to call it. They're going to call it. Chris, shut your mouth. So Ivan, I mean, I think you could go with Myers and hope to God he gets 5 targets and catches all of them. I don't think I could do that. Samuel's a little bit sneaky. Oh, they didn't call it? Oh my God. Speak it into existence, Kyle.
That's right. That's right.
I can't. I'm shocked, beyond shocked that they didn't call that. Hey, can you move this out? I'm getting hot. The heater's got to move. I'm getting hot.
Kyle's starting to sweat. He's
Starting to sweat a little bit.
getting worked up.
Woo! Okay, anyway, I'm leaning Breida too, and hopefully part of their game plan is let's pound the football against the New England Patriots a little bit and just wear down that defense.
Yep.
Rishi, Sony. Hey, J and K. What's up, Rishi? Always appreciate everything you do, Rishi. I appreciate you too, my man. Tied for 6 in a 12-man lead, so I need a win bad. Logan Thomas or Zach Ertz in a full PPR. Thank you. Logan Thomas is safer for me. Again, some of it has to do with that weather that we've talked about like 90 times already tonight.
Yep.
But the thing that we've seen with Zach Ertz, yes, 2 weeks ago, huge game, 2 touchdowns, looked great. But outside of one other big play since he's been traded to Arizona, he hasn't done anything.
But at least he gets back Kyler Murray this week, hopefully. So that should help things. He's also had Colt McCoy, you know what I mean? So it's not like he's been out there with his, normal MVP potential candidate in Kyler Murray. So that does change things somewhat. I think you're safer with Logan Thomas just based on the weather there for that Arizona Cardinals game. I think the higher ceiling is still Ertz. It's just more of a gamble.
Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Don't catch it. Oh. John Coyne. Hey, guys. Devontae Parker, Sutton, or Gage in a PPR? Thanks. 5 weeks ago, 6 weeks ago, it's like, how can you sit Sutton, right?
Yeah. And now it's like, how can you start him, really? He's not.
Now you're talking about Devontae Parker, who's in his first week back, and Russell Gage, and I really don't know how I can answer this one.
Yeah. I mean, probably the best I could do here this week is I'm going to gamble and hope that them bringing back Devontae Parker is a name that they want to go out there and get 7-8 targets to. And hopefully he can find the end zone with one of them. So I'm going to go with Devontae Parker and cross my fingers.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do as well. I mean, Sutton just hasn't done anything. I mean,
yep.
He hasn't. Yep. It is Kansas City. So, I mean, it's always got that potential where Kansas City lays it on thick, and obviously they're going to have to throw it. But is Teddy B out this week? Is he questionable still? Is he going to play?
It sounds like he's playing, but he's not 100% healthy. He's hurting. He's playing through some pain.
Do you want to really rely on Drew Lock this week?
Nope.
So I say go with Parker, and let's just keep your fingers crossed. Dan!
Hey, don't forget Rishi Sony.
Do what?
Rishi Sony.
Yeah, that was the Logan Thomas, Zach Ertz.
Oh, well, perfect. Never mind then.
Dan! Hey, guys, Eckler, Mitchell, Jamal Williams, Madison, and Freeman, pick 4.
Wow.
Well, definitely not Freeman. So it's Eckler, Mitchell, Williams, and Madison.
Yep, exactly. Because those other guys are going to get huge volume.
Dan says pick 4. One has to stay home. Which one? We're leaving Freeman behind. Don't even let him dress.
Yep.
Tell him not your week, buddy. Because Smoke becoming a new member here on YouTube. Because thanks so much. Welcome. Woo! Fill in the blank in a full PPR 8-team league. I drafted Kelsey and traded for Gronk during the season. Should I start Gronk, T. Higgins, or Devontae Smith in the flex? I'm going Gronk. Safest option.
Yeah, I agree.
In an 8-team league, you're always going to want to be shooting for upside because every roster is going to be very, very good.
Yep.
But Higgins in a tougher matchup and Devontae Smith, who has been inconsistent all year, neither of them pose so much upside for me that I'm like, yeah, go with them over Gronk. I'm going Gronk there.
Yep.
Michael Satterfield, standard league, need 2 running backs, Jamal Williams, Javonte Williams.
Yeah, which one?
Myles Gaskin or Miles Sanders. Javonte Williams, I think, is a lock for both of us here. I don't think we're going to lean Myles Gaskin. Do you go Miles Sanders over Jamal Williams?
I mean, we know Jamal Williams is going to get all the touches for Detroit going up against Minnesota because there's no DeAndre Swift. So I think Jamal Williams is the safest number 2 option here. I think if you want to gamble more and shoot for a higher ceiling, it could be Miles Sanders with no Jalen Hurts in that backfield. So it just depends if you want to play it safe or gamble. Based on the rest of your lineup, I'd probably play it a little bit safer and go Jamal Williams. What?
Nothing.
Oh.
Okay. So, yeah, I mean, Jamal Williams, I like him more because something the Lions have shown us, too, is they get their running backs touches regardless, whether it's through the air, whether it's on the ground, it doesn't matter. They're going to get their running back touches. So I'm going to go Jamal Williams over Miles Sanders. Patrick Garcia, standard. We got to pick two: Deontay Johnson, Waddle, Claypool, or Higgins. For me, it's Deontay Johnson. Higgins and Waddle is tough here for me because Waddle's got Devontae Parker back. If Devontae Parker was not coming back, I probably lean Waddle just a little bit this week over Higgins. It is a standard league, so I probably go Higgins and hope for the big touchdown.
Being that it's a standard league, does that make you worry about Deontay Johnson anymore because he's more of just a PPR guy? They don't score a whole lot. So how crazy would it be to go Waddle and Higgins?
For me, Deontay Johnson's the guy here that's going to get the majority of the targets. I mean, you're at that point, there's a 90% chance you're sitting somebody on the bench that's going to get double-digit targets.
Yep.
Even in a league where, the receptions aren't going to help you at all. I mean, if he doesn't get you 60, if he gets 10 targets and doesn't get you 60, 70, 80 yards, that's a really, really bad performance right there.
Right.
So yeah, I mean, it's Deontay Johnson and Higgins for me barely. And then we need to pick one: Sanders, Gaskin, or Sony Michel. Sanders for me.
Yeah,
unless
it is for me
Henderson's
too.
out.
I probably still lean towards Sanders because Sony Michel's not going to offer too much in the pass catching game.
Well, we won't know about that until the afternoon anyway.
Right.
So I'm going Sanders here. But then the flip side is we have to pick one. One flex, any from above plus Andrews. Mark Andrews, you can flex Mark Andrews 100%. You're flexing Mark Andrews.
Yes, probably.
That's what that means. Yes. Yep. And then another question from him: Deontay, Mooney, Lockett, Cooks, or Claypool?
And we can pick two of them, it looks like. I'm probably leaning towards Deontay and I'm leaning towards Deontay and Brandon Cooks out of those two options.
You're going Cooks over Lockett, even though Lockett's been playing so well?
But the problem is that whole offense just disappears. Like, Lockett will be great for a drive, and then you don't see him the rest of the game. And they say they want to get DK Metcalf involved. So if they're going to get DK involved, they
hopefully,
are they going to shy away? Whatever, they're already getting to Lockett. They want to focus more on the running. It's just a mess in Seattle.
They're going to be like, let's get DK Metcalf involved. So Tyler Lockett's going to go back to 2 catches for 40 yards.
Exactly.
It's like, why can't you get them both involved, man?
Yep. Agreed. Plus, at least with Cooks, they're going to be losing. They're going to be throwing, and he's got that big play potential.
Fishing with Phil becoming a member for the 3rd straight month. Did you just say 2 dudes were hooking up? Maybe. It's hard to keep track of the things we say.
Who knows what we've said at this point?
I am God XX. Need you guys big week, must win. Need 2 wide receivers and a flex. Van Jefferson, Renfro, Chase, Waddle, Elijah Moore. Well, we're not sitting Jamar Chase. That's just not happening. We're not sitting a top 10 wide receiver. Not going to happen. Renfro's not going to sit because he's been one of the better wide receivers as of late. Wide receiver 1 on his team.
And
we're not sitting Renfro.
Waller.
So now the flex becomes Van Jefferson, Waddle, or Elijah Moore. Upside, it's Van Jefferson. If you want to be safer, you can go Waddle. I'm leaning the upside of Van Jefferson just a titch bit more.
Yep, I agree. I'm going to go with Jefferson, Renfro, and Chase there as well.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're probably about 10 minutes or so behind right now on Super Chat. So if you have sent a Super Chat, don't worry. We will get to it. We haven't skipped any yet, and we're not going to, okay?
And we still have a mystery phone call tonight, too, where we just call a random member of our team and put them on the spot.
Who are we going to call?
I'm not going to say it yet because if they're watching, they're going to know it's coming.
Oh, that's true.
I got to catch them off guard.
Sorry.
But I do know who I'm going to call.
I feel like I know who you're going to call. Odin 2112. I need 3 out of these 4: Gibson, Madison, Mitchell, or Javonte Williams in a full PPR.
3 out of the 4.
It's Mitchell and Javonte Williams.
How do you sit Gibson or Madison though? Like, how do you do that?
Any of them?
I don't want to sit any of them either. I think if you want to play it safer, you start Madison. If you want to gamble more, then it's Gibson because you're hoping for touchdowns with Gibson, where Madison could get 30 touches and give you that safe floor regardless. So if you want to play it safe, it's Madison, Mitchell, Williams. Want to gamble, then it's Gibson, Mitchell, Williams.
Yeah, no, we're basically on board with that right there in terms of where's the upside, where's the floor at. Teflon Don, Cordarrelle Patterson, or Javonte Williams in a full PPR flex. I'm
Oh my
YOLOing
gosh.
it. I'm going Javonte Williams. Ladies and gentlemen, it is going to have to take somebody desperately to get me not to play Javonte Williams. I'll go Cordarrelle Patterson here, though, to answer the question
Yeah.
truthfully.
I mean, being that it's a full PPR,
Yeah.
I got to go with Patterson because we've seen him do it week in and week out.
If it was my team, I'm YOLOing it. We're going Cordero, or we're going with Javonte Williams, and I just don't care.
Yes,
But
but
be
that is
truthful,
a
this is
big
not my
gamble over Cordarrelle Patterson.
yeah. Teflon Don just got you because Smoke, who just became a new member, also wants to know Miles Sanders or Brandon Ayuk for the flex in a full PPR. Since it is a full PPR, Ayuk's going to have more upside for me.
I will go with Ayuk in a full PPR.
Lamar or Cousins? I'm not sitting Lamar.
Me neither.
Even after last week, I'm not sitting him.
No.
This week determines if I get a first round bye. Thanks, fellas, because we're going to lock that in for you. Ed Miller becoming a member for the 4th straight months. What is going on, fellas? What up, Ed? In a full PPR wide receiver 2, Mooney or Bateman? I've got to go Bateman here still.
I do too, as of right now with the weather in Chicago.
If it was going to be nice in Chicago, that's fine. But 80% rain, that's a lot. A lot.
Yep. And it's cold.
And then flex Jacobs or Henderson. What time does Las Vegas play? They're at 4. If Henderson plays, I would go with Henderson. If not, then I go Jacobs. If
And
Henderson
Jacobs is another one of these guys that we're kind of waiting to hear on for sure too, because he had a late week injury to his ankle, I believe. So it's just you're going to have to take it up to the very last second with that one and play the one that's most likely to play.
And he wants to know Tampa or Miami defense. Tampa, 100% for me.
Who's Tampa got? Let me see.
Atlanta.
Here. Oh yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Get him. There he is. Woo! The Heisman winner, or who it should be, Mr. Aiden Hutchinson.
No. He's not going to win the Heisman,
He should.
but he's
I'm
not.
not saying he is. He should. Bryce Young had a pretty darn good performance today against Georgia, so
Yeah.
I won't argue against that. But he should be in New York, and he should be second at least now. Reese Calderon in a full PPR. I started Ingram. Need 2 wide receivers and a flex. Wait, hold on. It says 2 wide receivers and flex 1 tight end.
I'm thinking that it's 2 wide receivers, a flex, and a tight end.
Okay. It's just
I'm-
the way
I'm
it's
thinking-
worded is
Yep.
kind of throwing me off a little bit. So as far as wide receivers go, to me, it's Evans and Hollywood here. 2 top 15 wide receivers. I gotta lock them in. I can't
Okay.
go away from that right now.
Okay.
Especially with Ingram. Ingram obviously didn't have a great game for you. Hollywood and Evans are also going to have the most upside based on all these guys. So I'm going with them. And then any one of those guys or CEH at the flex. Higgins, Mike Williams. I'm not considering Elijah Moore
No.
or CEH at the flex. I mean,
Man.
CEH plays. I'll go with CEH.
Me too, but he's not playing until Sunday night, so you're not going to know until later in the day unless something
That's true.
changes. So personally, I probably just gamble and again go with T. Higgins and cross my fingers there. Since you don't really know.
And then, I'm probably doing a lot of reading tomorrow to find out some more information on CEH. If you're willing to go with the gamble, you can run CEH. If Darrell Williams is still out, like if someone dropped him, you can get your hands on Darrell Williams. Maybe try to grab him tonight, so then you can go with him if you can't with CEH. But then Ertz or Logan Thomas at the flex, it's Logan Thomas for me.
Ooh, gotcha.
Did I say something about Hurts? Why is everyone typing Hurts is out? We
No.
know. We already talked about it.
We got somebody out there in the chat that's asking some questions. Hurts or Cousins? So it's got to be Cousins because Hurts is out, and everybody is telling him.
Oh.
The chat is just helping us do our jobs.
Terry R. in a half PPR pick 2. AP, Barkley, Coleman, Elijah Moore, Hopkins. I'm going Barkley and Hopkins here.
Yeah.
Now, if Hopkins ends up being out, Elijah Moore is going to have more upside than Tevin Coleman.
Yep, that's where I would go to. I mean, but out of those options, you got to go with Barkley and Hopkins at this point of the season. Start the studs you have if they're playing.
Stallions Productions with the 10 bomb. How many points you guys think Tyler Lockett, Saquon Barkley, and Miles Sanders will actually get this week? I mean, Saquon Barkley, I like because of the volume, 10 to 15 points. Obviously, if he scores, he's going to go closer to 20. Tyler Lockett, if he continues to get the same volume he has been, he should be right around 15 or so points this week if he scores. If they're really going to get DK Metcalf involved, though, I see his floor being around 4 to 5 points. Miles Sanders, kind of the same thing for me. That floor for me is right around that maybe 7-8 points. Ceiling, though, if he can score, we're looking at, I feel like this week, upwards of like 20 points.
Yeah, and what the crazy part about all three of these names, all three of these guys have that high ceiling, that huge potential where they could go score 20, 25, but they're all also in situations where we've seen them struggle in their own offenses and could literally go out there and score you 4 or 5. So I don't want to say any one of these guys are safer than the other, but they all do have those high ceilings that Kyle was talking about.
Shade 89 says, do not laugh too hard. No choice. I need to stream Smallwood, Brandon Bolden, or Montgomery. What Montgomery would he be streaming that we would be laughing at?
I mean, because if it's David Montgomery, I'm not
laughing at David Montgomery.
No.
I'm playing David Montgomery.
Yes.
Let me hold on a second here. Let me do a quick
I mean, it can't be Ty Montgomery because he's already played.
Noise?
So
Is there a car in the driveway? Sounds like a truck just pulled. A semi just pulled in my driveway.
Let's see. I mean,
Okay.
it can't be David. If it's David Montgomery, that's the obvious choice. It can't be Ty Montgomery though because he played on Thursday night. So those are the only two that I could possibly think of that he's talking about.
Yeah.
So if that's the case, it's got to be David Montgomery. If that's not what it is, or you didn't mean to put him in there, and it's really between Smallwood or Bolden, I'll go with Smallwood and cross my fingers. And then for the super flex spot, you have Andy Dalton, Mike Glennon, or Trevor Lawrence. I mean, yeah, that is ugly right there. I will go.
I mean, I would go Lawrence. I'm going Lawrence over Glennon.
Yep.
Pretty easy. I'd
Probably.
rather play Dalton, but again, the weather.
Yep, exactly. That's my biggest concern there is the turnover. So yeah, I go Lawrence, and you just need to pray this weekend, Shade.
Taylor says, just here to say roll tide, Taylor. Big win by Alabama today. Big win.
Yep.
Going to shake some things up. It'll be interesting to see how the rankings pan out after that. Anthony C. Saquon, Javonte, or Gaskin. Pick one.
Here you go, Kyle. I think this is where we're going to somewhat kind of disagree. I mean, I know we both love Javonte Williams, but I just don't know if you held on to Saquon for this long and you don't use him in a week like this. Like, well, I don't know why you have him. So I guess it's if you want to play it safe, you go Javonte. If you want to gamble, you go Saquon and just hope for one of those big days. It just depends what the rest of your lineup looks like and see if you have you can afford to take that gamble or not.
That was. Hold on, I have to explain football to my kids real quick. That was.
Oh, this is going to be good. This is how you ruin the youth of America.
So they were just letting it air out and throwing it down the field
see,
and hoping maybe they scored. So that interception doesn't matter because the only other thing they could have done is punted it away and it would have been the same result.
All interceptions matter.
So that's why it's fine. My son goes, because he throws the interception, but I'm like, no, bud, there's 7 seconds left on the clock. It was a Hail Mary it didn't matter anyway. So
It mattered.
just every moment's a teaching moment.
It mattered. All interceptions matter, Kyle.
All interceptions matter. I mean, for me, again, if it's my team, I'm starting Javonte Williams, and I just do not care this week.
You're YOLOing. We know that.
If you want to be safer, though, it's Saquon. Saquon's going to be safer than what Javonte Williams will be.
It just depends if you want to gamble or not.
Andrew the Fish, Josh Reynolds, or Deshaun Jackson. I'm going Deshaun Jackson. I like that connection with Derek Carr.
Man, he is just so boom or bust. If he doesn't get that 50-yard touchdown, he's not going to do anything for you. I think Josh Reynolds is probably the safer option there, just due to the amount of targets he could see.
Okay, hold on a second here. I need to answer. Carlos Gutierrez Jimenez says, hey, guys, since y'all were asking for ideas for new content, y'all should start covering some college football. We already do, Carlos.
Yeah.
We've been doing it for months now. Jake, can you drop Headliner U a link in the chat? If y'all haven't subscribed to Headliner U yet, you should, because we are over there. Our boy Chris Chouse leading the charge over there. Kane helping him out with content, breaking down everything college football related. So that's been going on for quite some time now. So if you have not subscribed to Headliner U yet, y'all got to do it right now. Now, don't leave our stream. Okay. Don't leave our stream. Right click on it, open new tab, let the new tab open, then hit subscribe.
Yep, there it is. And I'm going to pin it at the top here for a little bit.
There it is. There it is.
Chris Chow's been covering college players and games for the last 9 months now, 10 months. So you're about 10 months worth of research behind there, Carlos.
Andrew the Fish got you. JL Green. Hi, Kyle and Jake in a full PPR. Mike Williams, Van Jefferson, Rashad Bateman, pick 2. I'm going Mike Williams and Van Jefferson here.
I would agree with that.
Also, which defense, New England or Tampa Bay? Tampa Bay.
Tampa Bay for me as well.
Tampa Bay. James Smith becoming a member for the 3rd month. Hey, guys, hit him with the Heineke at QB2 this week or trust Rusty Wilson.
He does look rusty. That's for damn sure. Man, that is so tough because, I mean, I like me some Heine this week. I'm a fan of the Heine here this week. I just don't know. I don't know if we're getting too cute if we put him over Russell Wilson. We know they're going to have to throw the ball a little bit. If they're trying to really get DK involved, the big plays could be there. Russ got better as the game progressed last week. Hopefully he's starting to knock off some of that rust, so I still have to go with Wilson.
And then he also needs to know in a half PPR flex, Boston Scott, Christian Kirk, or fantasy Bigfoot, Devontae Parker.
We going Kirk here?
If Hopkins plays, then I would go Kirk. If Hopkins is not playing, then I'm going to go Devontae Parker.
Perfect.
Jose Hernandez. What up, Jose? Becoming a member for the 8th month here on YouTube, drinking and watching the best to ever do it. My man. Cheers, fam. And a half PPR, CEH, Damian or Sony? CEH for me. You have Damian Williams.
You're talking about is that Damian Harris?
My bad.
It's Damian Harris.
Damian Harris.
That's right.
Darrell Williams.
You're thinking of Darrell Williams.
Damian Williams, we do not want to start.
No. I still think that Damian Harris may be slightly a safer floor, but it's such a difficult matchup for him going up against Buffalo. However, we've seen Buffalo taken advantage of on the ground before by the likes of some stud running backs, and we know they're going to run the ball a lot in New England. I still think the safer floor is going to be Damian Harris. The more of a gamble higher upside could be CEH if you were willing to take it.
Hey, Willie, guess what? Jake and I, both college athletes, suck on that.
Bam.
D-bag. For me, this is what I'm doing. If Darrell Henderson is out, then I'm going to throw Sony Michel in. If he's not, then I just roll with CEH, hopefully on Sunday night. And then if for some reason CEH is out, then you roll with Damian Harris on Monday night.
That's a good plan of action going forward. At least you give yourself options regardless.
Giving myself a tiered approach, Jake.
There you go. I like that.
And then we need to pick 2 in a standard. Jamal Williams, J-Rob, Damian. I'm going Jamal and J-Rob here. And then Deontay Johnson or Waddle. Deontay Johnson for me again.
Yeah, I don't hate that.
Sapper 227. Aloha, Legends of Entertainment.
What up?
World renowned. Would you
Yes.
accept a trade of getting Myers for Devontae Freeman? I have Mitchell, Gibson, and Taylor. I would keep Devontae Freeman, to be honest with you.
Probably.
For me, it's really not that big. Like, Myers isn't got Kendrick Bourne is better than Myers. And
Yeah.
nobody sees that for some reason. So with that being said, it's not like you're getting like great trade where you're going to start
You're not
Myers
getting
every
anything.
week. You've got Kupp, Samuel, and Judy. Judy hasn't done much. Myers isn't that big of a bump from him. I'm keeping Devontae Freeman and keeping the running back depth.
Yep, me too. Because like you said, Myers just isn't it.
THC, hold Nate McRae or Matt Breida in a 14-team super flex.
Wow. That is now we're getting like craziness here. Hold on a second. Hold on.
Is he even on the depth chart?
I'm looking to see if he's even been elevated yet.
He's not even on the depth chart as far as I know.
The Ravens activated him 5 hours ago,
Oh my God.
but I'm not.
No.
No, give me Breida.
No.
I can't go that crazy.
No. Garth Drake with the 10 bomb. Big week for me. 10-2 facing the second place team this week. If he gets a win, he's locking in the first round
I like
of
it.
the playoffs. And a full PPR tight end, Gronk or Knox.
Gronk.
Gronk is going to be safer for me. I do have him higher in my rankings.
Yep, me too.
Flex Gibson, Patterson, Ayuk, Cooks. Who is 04?
I don't know. I can't. Maybe
I
it's
wonder
a
if that was supposed to be Judy.
or Judy.
And
Yeah,
he just accidentally hit the 4 instead. I thought we were giving out new nicknames.
Yeah, I didn't know
I was
who
like,
04
guys, you
was.
gotta let me know if you're giving nicknames. Okay. It's Gibson for me there.
Uh,
Do you flex Knox over Gibson, Jake?
no, because
Okay.
it's Cordero Patterson. I'm going with Patterson.
Oh, Patterson. Yes. Oh my God.
Yeah,
I don't
I'm
know
going
what I was
Patterson
thinking
there
there.
over for your flex. I mean, if that's
Yeah,
if
no,
that's
it's
who you're talking about,
Patterson.
that's the choice for me.
It's Patterson. Yes.
Yeah.
Did I say did I say Peterson?
I
I
thought
think I said Peterson thinking it was
AP.
Adrian Peterson.
Yeah, that would not be the case.
My bad. My bad. Bar down edit. Start Waddle with Parker back or sit for Pittman. I'm still playing Pittman over Waddle right now.
Me too.
Chris Rosado. Start 3.5 PPR. Kirk, Knox, the Muth, and Lockett. If Hopkins plays, it's Kirk, it's Knox, and it's Lockett. If DeAndre Hopkins, get him out, is on the bench, it's Knox, Muth, and Lockett.
I'll go with that.
Why are you looking at me like I'm crazy?
Well, you are kind of crazy.
Mark with the 5 bomb running backs, Gibson, Sanders, and Harris. Wide receivers, Claypool, Renfro, Bateman, and Mooney. And a full PPR, and I'm considering Harris as a flex. I started Taysom with Folk as my kicker. Well,
So
I
I
don't
get-
know what your options are for the flex. Like,
So I'm
you,
guessing-
is this his starting lineup?
I think this is all the options he has, and
But
so
he
we'll
doesn't
go
tell us
two.
how many to pick.
I'm just gonna go 2 of each. So for 2 running backs, I'm going with Gibson and Sanders. The 2
Yes.
wide receivers, I'm going with Renfro and
Claypool for me. The only reason I'm not going Bateman this week is because Watkins is back and they were spreading the ball around to everybody as the second receiving option really third behind Marquise Brown and Andrews. I'm not trusting that. We know Claypool's role. I mean,
yeah.
2 catches and he's at 80 yards basically.
So even if you go with Claypool and Renfro as the 2 wide receivers, and then you have the 1 flex, it'd be between Damian Harris, Bateman, or Mooney, and I'm going Damian Harris, and giving me that 15 touches from the running back position.
Did we clarify that?
I think so. I think that's what he was asking.
Cesar.
Freddie Rod out there
Rita.
just acting like an idiot in the chat too. So
Who is?
no, Freddie Rod has no idea what's going on. He's totally clueless because he doesn't realize that we're going back and forth.
Who's this Freddie? Freddie, shut your mouth when you talk to me.
That's right.
Do as I say, not as I do, kids.
That's right.
Cesar Maqueda, Muth, Thomas, and Metcalf. 1 flex and 1 tight end. Tight end for me. Is Muth out of the concussion protocol? Did he come out today?
I believe he will be. I believe he's on pace to be out of it. Let me see.
I'm looking that up too.
Let's see. It says he's set to play. So I mean he's in line to
He
play.
is set to play.
Yep.
Okay. So I've got Muth over Thomas. And then as far as my flex goes, because they've come out and said we need to get Lockett more involved, or we got to get Metcalf more involved, it's Metcalf for me.
Yep, 100%.
Liam Hughes set my lineup in a full PPR, 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers, and 2 flex. Gibson, Elijah Mitchell, Montgomery, Jacobs, Damian Harris, CEH, McLaurin, Evans, Cup, Mike Williams. Okay,
Wow.
well, here we go. For the running back position, we need 2. Gibson, Mitchell, Montgomery, Jacobs, Damian Harris, and CEH. For me, right off the bat, I'm going Mitchell and Gibson.
Yep, I will too.
2 wide receivers, McLaurin, Evans, Cup, and Mike Williams. I'm going McLaurin and Cup.
Okay.
McLaurin is just a little safer than Mike Evans for me right now.
Yep.
And then for the flex, Do we go David Montgomery or do we go Mike Evans for the upside? If you need upside in a full PPR, I go Mike Evans.
We need 2 of them anyway. We need 2 flexes, so you go with
Evans
both of
and
them.
Montgomery, lock it in.
Yep.
Perfect. Leo Vernaccio. Hey guys, is Calvin Ridley droppable at this time? Is he? Probably. At this point now, I'm not expecting him back. We didn't know that weeks ago. We haven't heard any updates. I would assume if he was thinking about coming back, we would have probably heard something. But at this point, I'm going to assume we will not see him again this year.
JD, you're about 5 down the queue, so you're coming.
JD, you're coming, baby. Don't you worry. I see it right there. Luis, should I trade away Pollard after these 2 weeks? I have Chubb, Javonte Williams, Sanders, Jamal Williams, Chase Waddle, Cooper, Julio Jones. Me personally, no, I'm keeping Pollard because Zeke has been banged up. If Zeke for some reason goes down, you've got Tony Pollard, who should be a top 12 running back. I'm keeping him. I'm going to hold him.
It all depends for me. Like if there's somebody stupid in your league, Luis, that wants to overpay for Pollard because they only look at numbers at the end of the week. I mean, I'm still kind of over that whole people out there Pollard better than Zeke argument. I mean, Zeke is not 100% healthy, and everybody all of a sudden wants to crown Tony Pollard because of 2 plays over the last 2 weeks. Take away that 1 play last night, the guy had like 5 carries for 7 yards. So he's not out there just absolutely killing it. He's had a couple big plays. One of them was a kick return. But people want to just elevate Pollard up to this like God status. So if somebody wants to overpay, I'll take advantage of somebody this time of year.
Well, I will say this. The DRBR bodes well for Tony Pollard. I may have gotten people a little bit too hyped a couple of weeks ago, but I am not on the Tony Pollard is better than Ezekiel Elliott bandwagon. That I don't agree with at all. Zeke is an absolute beast. So,
he's just not healthy. Did you watch him run? If you actually watch the games instead of just looking at box scores, he doesn't even look like he's running healthy. He looks like he's in pain.
Yep. Hugo, this is your first time here. Do you start Pitts or Mooney? You're starting Pitts, Hugo, and welcome in to Headliner Nation, baby. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already done it.
Yep, that's right.
Tom Robbins in a 6-point passing TD league. Heineke or Tua?
It's Heineke. It's Heineke. Just think about like you're a fan of the Heine. You know, a Heineke. That's how you can remember how to say it. Heineke.
It's a decent one.
That's a decent one. All right, so the question, though, I still have Tua 1 spot higher.
Tua's 1 spot higher?
I got Tua 1 spot higher than the Heine.
Jay Pizzle with the 10 bomb. Appreciate you, JP. Not JD. You're still coming, JD. Between Ramondre Stevenson and Matt Breida, who has the higher floor and who has the higher ceiling this week? Might have to choose one or the other before Monday Night Football. Matt Breida, to me, owns the floor and the ceiling both this week. Ramondre Stevenson split with Damian Harris going up against the Buffalo Bills. The matchup can and could be tough, and he's got split touches.
Yep, I agree with that. I'm just going to say that the floor and the ceiling are not overly high for Matt Breida, even though he does win both of them.
It's like here. It's not like Breida's here. It's like literally like
like that
right here. I mean, if there's sizes I'm used to seeing, this is about it.
Yep.
So I feel like
be familiar. Yep.
I would be familiar with this.
Yep. You hit it right on the head.
M. St. G with the 20 bomb.
What's
up, Jake and Kyle? What up, M. St. G? Appreciate that big old dono. Very generous of you. And a full PPR. For both questions, I need a wide receiver and 2 flex. Okay. So for the wide receiver, we have to choose between Bateman, Kirk, or Bourne. I'm going Kirk here no matter what.
Okay.
And then for the 2 flex,
it'll be Bateman, Bourne, Thomas, or Stevenson.
I'm trying to cut where the second question starts and the first question ends. So now for the flex, he has Muth. Well, Muth should be starting at tight end. He could pick up Foster Moreau, though, and flexed him. Or he's got Logan Thomas. I'm going to play Logan Thomas and Muth both in the flex and at tight end. I wouldn't bother picking up Moreau this week.
Okay. I can go with that.
And then in the second league, need a wide receiver 3 and a flex. Chase is your wide receiver 3. Like, I'm not even going to read any further. And who do you have at wide receiver?
Yeah, he's your number 3.
So Chase is my wide receiver 3. So then the flex is going to be Waddle, Mooney, Demont, Henderson, or Harris. I'm not going to wait on Henderson. I'm just going to go Demont there.
Yep, I probably have to agree with that.
Kodiak 31 sending a $1 dono, but no message. Kodiak appreciated. JD, we're here, baby. We made it. Daniel says, nice haircut. Appreciate you, Daniel. I'm looking pretty good tonight. JD with the $2 donation. Choose two, Deontay, Javonte, or Keenan Allen. Keenan Allen and Javonte Williams for me.
Me too.
JD again. Woo. Oh,
Back
wait.
to back JD.
It's the same question. Javonte, Keenan, or Deontay in a PPR.
Oh, yes.
It's Keenan and Javonte still.
Yep, for both of us.
If
Yep.
for some reason this is different and you're asking like for one person here instead of two, since you didn't say choose two, Javonte.
Yes.
Abel, Creo, Marquise Brown or Brandon Ayuk. I'm still going to go Marquise Brown.
I think the ceiling's probably a little bit higher for Brown, but I think the floor is probably safer for Ayuk if you don't want to gamble.
I'm gambling, baby.
You're a gambler.
Rolling them dice.
Do it.
AV. Nope. OEG official. Pick one tight end and one flex. Hawk, Muth, and Van Jefferson. Thanks. I mean, listen, I'm not giving up on Hawk yet, but Muth is back. Good matchup for him. I'm going to go Muth and Van Jefferson here.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go double tight end.
Yeah.
I can't do that. So I'll go with Van Jefferson and the Muth.
And Muth has more upside for me too.
Yep.
AV, now we're to you. I have to win this week.
You have to win every week.
You have to win every week. And a full PPR pick 3, Tyler Lockett, Mike Evans, Hunter Renfrow, T. Higgins, James Robinson, Hunter Renfrow, Mike Evans.
Yep, I agree with that.
Boom, boom, boom. Lock it in. Gerald Bondek with the 10 bomb. What up, Gerald? Hey, Jake and Kyle and Headliner Nation. Join late is baloney here. Did he reach out from
No.
last week? I wanted to buy him a 2022 draft guide. Hopefully you can add money from last week to this dono. Thanks, guys.
Yep. Remember Baloney was the one who said that he wasn't feeling too good about himself, but he was glad that he had us as a chat to be a part of last weekend.
Oh.
And he wanted to buy him a draft guide as well, but we haven't been able to find Baloney. So Baloney's got to send us a message so we can hook him up with the draft guide as well.
Baloney, I hope you're doing well out there, man. Let us
Yes.
know. Let us know.
That's right.
Rushing collusion. Jake and Kyle raffling anything tonight. I want those that Burrow card. Not tonight. Tomorrow during the live stream. Yes.
This Burrow card? This one? Is this the one that you're talking about? Yeah. Perfect. Uh-oh. This can't be good.
Ah!
Wow. Father of the Year award. How did you win Father of the Year? Oh, I scared the ever-living piss out of my son. Was it your son or your daughter?
Both.
Okay, then. Now you've really lost the award.
Oh, man. It was too good to pass up.
Yeah.
Michael Sepulveda. Happy Saturday, guys. You're
What up, Michael?
awesome. Michael, appreciate you. Thank you so much. Woo!
Hey, should we rapid fire a couple here, Kyle? Because I want to cold call one of our guys.
Yes.
Let's
I'll
rapid
read them
fire.
to you. You give me the answers.
Give it to me.
Jeff LaChance. Hi, gents. How do you feel about chasing cuffs for a RB starved team going forward? Thanks, guys, for all the info. Cheers and go Chiefs.
If
I'll
you're
handle
gonna-
this one for you, Jake.
Okay.
Chasing cuffs. I actually did a video kind of about that a couple of weeks ago, a members only video. Jeff, you should join if you haven't. It's only $4.99 a month. But yes, coming up to playoff time, you got to have the handcuffs to your running backs because you can't make trades, and the waiver wire is going to be very, very thin.
Yep.
Caleb,
now's the time.
W03 in a full PPR. We need to flex one. Jake Bateman, Mooney, Moore, or CEH.
If I can only pick one in a full PPR, it's going to be CEH right now. I'll gamble.
Corvette Foster 40 in a PPR. Drake over Daryl Williams if Jacob sits.
Yes, 100%.
Saad Bukhari. Help arrange my lineup. We need to pick 2 wide receivers from Diggs,
Yes.
Waddle, and Ayuk.
Diggs and Ayuk.
We need to pick 2 running backs from Gibson, Javonte, Henderson, and Eckler.
Well, it's going to be Javonte and Eckler right now.
And then we need to flex one person.
It's going to be Antonio Gibson.
Boom. Who should I choose between Hawk and Logan?
I think Logan Thomas is probably the safer option.
Deshaun Woods. What up, Deshaun? What up,
What up?
boys? Need some low-end flexes. Foster Moreau, Godare, Breida, Bateman, Stevenson, or Boston Scott tomorrow. Pick 2 for a PPR. Godare burned me last week. Pick
Man.
2. Foster, Goddard, Breida, Bateman, Stevenson, or Boston Scott.
I think they're all gambles at this point, so I'll try to find the safest ones I can go with, and I'm going to go with Matt Breida and give me Foster Moreau with no Darren Waller and hope that they utilize him inside the red zone.
Patriot 24/7. What up, Jake Kyle and Headliner Nation? Fantasy Headliners #1 goats. And a full PPR. Pick 1. Waddle, Mooney, Montgomery, or Michelle if Henderson is out.
I'm just going to play it safe, and I'm going to go with Montgomery.
Lane Kircher says, I played Prescott and Cooper, so I need upside. In a full PPR, rank these guys in order. Sanders, CEH, Mike Williams, and Hopkins. Sanders, CEH, Mike Williams, and Hopkins.
All right, so now you're chasing points, so you got to try to find those big play guys. And honestly, I think the two biggest ones are the wide receivers that can put up the biggest games if they're going to play. So it's going to be Mike Williams and Hopkins, and hope for the best.
He says rank them.
Oh, Mike Williams, I'll go Hopkins as long as he's good to go and he plays. Then Williams, Sanders, CEH.
No, Sion. No, I'm saying 12-man half PPR flex. Mike Williams or DK?
I'm going with DK.
King Prell, Bark, Gaskin, or Jamal Williams from Detroit. 2 flex. Knox, Kirk, or Van. Okay, so King, I'm guessing he wants us to pick one from Barkley, Gaskin, or
Jamal Williams. It's going to be.
Jamal
I'm going to go with Saquon Barkley for the first one, and for the second one, you have Knox, Kirk, or Van Jefferson.
2
I'm going to go
flex.
with. I can pick 2 of those.
Yes.
I'll go with Van Jefferson and Dawson Knox.
JB becoming a new member here on YouTube. Appreciate you, JB. Shade 89 in a PPR flex spot. Gaskin, Mooney, or Damian Harris.
Yeah, that guy. I'm gonna play it a little bit safer, and I'm gonna go with Harris because we don't know what Philip Lindsay is gonna take away from Gaskin.
Thanks so much, guys, for the great content. Made the playoffs in all my leagues. Thanks to you. It's because of you.
That's
Shade,
right.
You're setting your lineup, not us. Batmac Gaming, what's up, y'all? Hope you're doing well. We are Batmac. Hopefully you are too. Half PPR. I have McKissick and Howard out. Pick 1. Zay Jones, DeAndre Carter, Nico Collins, or Rojo. Do you grab Rojo and hope he scores a touchdown?
I mean, as crazy as it sounds, well, I was just going to say, this is the first time all year long, the entire year of 2021, I'm going to recommend Ronald Jones because I think the Tampa Bay Buccaneers get a big lead in this game. He sees more work down the stretch and finds the end zone for the 3rd week in a row.
Diamond Cojones. 9-3. Would you drop Corey Davis for Rojo if you have Fournette? Yes, I would.
Yes.
Receivers are Kupp, Hill, Cooks, Bateman, Davis. Running backs, Najee, Henderson, Fournette, Michelle. Yep,
yes.
100% I'm doing
Grab
that.
him.
Chris Foster, Claypool, or Miles Sanders in the flex?
Miles Sanders.
Awesome Key Comics. Need to drop Edmonds or the Pats defense because of Hurts. Have Najee, Aaron Jones, Henderson, Madison, Jamal Williams, and Edmonds at running back. At defensive special team, have Colts and Pats. I'm not holding 2. Okay, well, here's the thing. Do you have 2 quarterbacks on your roster, or do you only have 1 and you're trying to hold Hurts because you have to stream somebody? If that's the case, I'm dropping the Patriots defense. I am not holding on to 2 defenses the rest of the season, but drop them right before game time so they lock. Nobody else can pick them up, and then you can potentially get them back next week if no one uses a waiver on them. So, yes, I would drop the Patriots D. I'm not dropping Edmonds. There's no way I'm dropping a running back.
He's coming back next week, so I wouldn't do that.
No. Melvin Aponte. Hurts or Jackson? Well, Hurts is out, so it has to be Jackson.
Yeah.
Judy or Parker?
I'll gamble. I'll go Parker.
So if I can get DK, Adams, or Jefferson, you will make the trade. For who?
Luis.
Wait, who was that for Luis?
So if I can get DK, Adams, or Jefferson, you will make the trade.
Pollard. Okay. If you can get DK, Adams, or Jefferson for Pollard.
Yeah, 100%. See, I told you there'd be somebody out there stupid enough to make a trade.
I don't know if I would do it for DK unless I really needed a wide receiver 1. I would 100% not even I wouldn't even think about it. I would hit accept for Adams or Jefferson right away.
Yeah, I wouldn't think about
Kaufman.
either 3.
First place in my league, 8-4, and I'm on a 6-win streak. Thank you, Jay Kyle and the Headliner Nation. I'm on my way to 7 straight wins. Let's go, fam. Let's go, baby. Michael Satterfield, half PPR. I really need help at RB2, and I'm already starting Breida. Ouch. Just need some type of points. My options are Ronald Jones, Byron Scott, Samaje P. Ryan. Help. It's
But
Jones.
Byron Scott
Ronald.
played basketball for the Lakers a long time ago, so it's not going to be him. It's going to be Ronald Jones for me.
Oh my God.
It's okay.
Pukes 2 times. Or maybe it's Pucks. I don't know. Probably Pucks. Mike Williams, Bourne, Gage, Collins, Stevenson, PPR, 1 running back, flex. Oh, 1 running back, 1 flex. So you have to pick a running back and a flex. So for the running back, are you going Stevenson or Collins?
They're both disgusting, but I'm going with Stevenson.
And then for the flex, since we're not going with the other one, Mike Williams, Bourne, or Gage?
I'm going with Mike Williams and gambling for that high upside. Hoping for something big.
Batmat Gaming, who should I pick up if Jacobs is out? The guy worth playing, Barber activated. I mean, I would still go with Drake at this point.
Yeah.
Just because John Gruden's not the coach now.
Yeah. So
John Gruden was the coach a few weeks ago when it was just that ridiculous. Why are we starting Peyton Barber and not using Drake? Since then, Drake's been utilized a lot more. I would be going Drake. Easy. Yep. Devin Burchett, PPR, start 2, Jamar Chase, DK Metcalf, Marquise Brown, Mike Williams, and Michael Pittman.
Wow.
I mean, it's Jamar Chase and DK Metcalf
Yep.
for me. Normally, I would say Marquise Brown, but I'm going DK Metcalf. Again, they said they want to get him the ball more.
Yeah. No, I that's a lot of great options, but I got to go with Chase and DK. Awesome. And then Michael Griffin, see your donation out there. We appreciate that. Kyle, we're having a lot of people ask if we can pin the join link. Do you want to pin the
join for members? Yeah.
Do that. And then who wants to call a member of our team randomly on a Saturday evening at 10:21 p.m. Eastern time and just to see what they're doing? Does anybody want to do that? I mean, last week we didn't we cold call Ethan and Tater last week?
Well, we didn't cold call Tater.
That's right. We asked
Tater
right.
if we could call him, and then we cold called Ethan.
All right, so I guess let's cold call somebody else.
All right, chat, I am pinning the link to join to become a member right now.
And I am going to call. I saw him in the chat earlier. Hopefully he's not sleeping. But right now we're going to call the lone boner himself. We're going to call Matt Galloway right now. The guy who made our intro video. I'm not going to.
Nice. Yeah. I'll be there in a minute. Hey, what's up, man?
What's going on?
Hey, what's good with you?
Are you at work?
Oh, no, man. Man, I'm chilling. You know how I do.
Okay, well, just so you know, you are live on the internet in front of everybody on our live show. We wanted to cold call the lone boner and see what was going on this evening.
Well, what's good, everybody? How's everybody's Saturday going?
Hey,
what's up, baby?
Everybody wanted to know. When that intro was bumping earlier, we had some people moving their head. They were nodding along, and I figured, this would be the perfect timing to get the man responsible for that here on this show.
Man, I am honored and privileged. I appreciate that.
That's
man.
right.
That's what I do, baby. You know what I'm saying? Anytime we're ready to get back in the studio, Jake, we can go and do it, man.
That's what I'm talking about. Right?
Hey, do me a favor.
Yeah.
Ask him if he remembers when he was arguing about Lamar Jackson.
Okay.
At the convention, and I came out of nowhere, and I was like, "Listen to this man. He knows what he's talking about."
Kyle he was just telling about the story about how we were at the convention in Canton and how you went all medieval on someone during a Lamar Jackson debate, and we all just sat back and just admired, because if anybody knows this man here on the phone, he is cool, calm, and collected. But if you come with any hate for Lamar Jackson, he will bury you under like 6 feet of dirt. So the man knows his football. He's not just a good voice. So he will bury you.
Yeah, I appreciate that. And I'm ready for round 2. So when we go back, in 2022, man, we're going to do it again, baby.
Oh, yeah, we definitely going to do it. Who's going to be joining us in Canton? It's the same date. It's going to be my birthday again. It's like, this is like meant to be on my birthday. We're going to be in Canton, Ohio, August 14th for the 2022 Fantasy Football Convention. But yeah, we do have a couple questions for you in the chat. So, hey, if you guys want to throw some hashtag lone boners in the chat, if you got a question for Big Mac here, let me know. One of them is from one of our members, Mac, and they got a question. They said, we know that you're a big Lamar Jackson guy now. What happened last week with Lamar and his 4 interceptions?
Well, so I can give you a PC answer, but here's the thing.
Okay.
Yeah, that was a bad game. I'm not gonna sit here and cap. You know what I'm saying? This, that, and the third. That was true. That was a bad game. You know. And he probably had the bubble guts. He's still. We gotta get this man a dietitian or something.
Yeah.
Something's going on with his.
The gut ain't right.
System and
The gut ain't
everything.
right.
So that's probably he had a little rust. But here's the thing, man. And I've always stated this: when Lamar Jackson can get a alpha receiver, I think we can see the offense flow, just superbly, man. I mean, the man's got a great arm. But I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and cap. That was a bad game. There's nothing I can say about that. That was a tough game.
Now, are you not a fan of Hollywood Brown or of Rashad Bateman?
Oh, I love Bateman, but Bateman, he needs a little bit of time. Hollywood, he's a boom or bust guy. You know what I mean? I mean, he's a great flex play every week, without a doubt. Rashad Bateman next year, I guarantee you, man, he will probably, take another step in that top tier. And of course, Mark Andrews. I love Mark Andrews. And then also people got to realize, man, what is he on, like his fifth running back? So without the running game, to kind of help, loosen up that box, man. Well, that didn't sound right, but you get what I'm saying. It's a little more difficult, what I'm saying, with the passing, the passing aspect of it, but
okay,
it is what it is.
And then we got one more question for you. Cajun228 says #lone boner in the chat. It says, how long did it take to put together that intro song that you made?
To be all honest, I think when I talked to you, Jake, on that, I probably had it done about 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah, it didn't take very long.
Yeah.
We sent you a couple beats, and the next thing you know, you sent back a full-fledged, song here, and it was straight fire. But hey, you said you're ready to get back in the studio and record some more.
Oh yeah, man! I got my pen and pad working, baby.
All right.
Which studio is he wanting to record in?
Yeah. What studio do you want to record in?
The NSFW one?
We might go to Tater Miles, man. I heard he had a studio.
Oh wow! You go to Tater Miles studio, and I guarantee you're recording a video with no shirt on. There's going to be nothing but chest hair and plaid everywhere at Tater's studio.
Well, wait a minute. I don't know what kind of video this is going to be. You know what I'm saying?
You picked the place, not me, my friend.
Right.
All right. Well, hey, we're going to let you go. We just wanted to cold call you on this Saturday evening just to see what was going on with the lone boner himself.
Hey, I appreciate it, fellas. Y'all be easy, man.
All right.
Have a good weekend.
Sounds good. See you later.
All right,
You know what I just saw that I don't think I've ever seen before? A defensive lineman get called for holding an offensive lineman.
I didn't even get to see it because I was engaged with the boner. That was Mac, the lone boner. Earmuffs, kids. Your son's like,
we had a couple super chats come in. Red Hulk wants to know Judy, Jamal, or Lawrence in a super flex. I'm going Jamal Williams there.
Yep, safest option.
And then I have Cousins starting at quarterback. Also, Devontae Smith or Miles Sanders in a PPR. I'm going to lean to Miles Sanders just a little bit.
I can go with that one as well. Yep. He's a safer option.
Elite Yimmy 7, Josh Allen, James Robinson, Patterson, Keenan Allen, Ayuk, Kelsey. Traded Hollywood for Swift. Rate the team. I mean, when Swift comes back,
it's a lot better.
That's great. But I'm going to assume that you traded or made that trade before he got hurt.
Mm-hmm.
That was a good trade before he got hurt. Obviously, if you made that trade after he got hurt, I wouldn't have done that. As far as your team goes, there's a decent amount of upside there, especially when Swift gets back. He kind of helps with that James Robinson upside that hasn't really been there at times this season. And then I like I don't know if you can play Cordero Patterson as a wide receiver or only as a running back. That kind of helps with some flexibility as well.
Yeah, I agree there. I mean, it's just a rough time to get Swift at a time where we're going to lose him here probably for a couple weeks.
Michael Griffin becoming a member of
Appreciate
the
you, Michael.
exclusive Headliner Nation. What up, Michael? Thanks so much for joining, baby.
Awesome. How's your game going, Kyle?
Michigan's driving. They're on the 31 right now. They're on the Iowa 31. They're pushing in. 14-3, 9:44 left in the third quarter. Cade McNamara in the shotgun. Haskins to his left, handoff to Haskin. Haskin looks for a hole, doesn't find it to the right-hand side, gets about a yard, maybe a little bit more, about a yard and a half or so. Michigan really trying to force the run game right now after a great week against Ohio State last week. Michigan's trying to find some sort of a groove. Big run at the beginning of the game, but they haven't been able to find a groove since then. I think they're trying to look for that right now. McNamara does have one mistake so far on offense. So I thought something just happened. I was like, on offense, but that's okay. Now Haskins is going to move over to his left. McNamara changes the play at the line.
I didn't know we were going full on commentary here.
Here comes, steps back. Pressure coming down the seam. Oh, with the catch. Eric All coming down, or Shoemaker it was. Shoemaker coming down with a huge contested catch at the 5-yard line. Michigan is looking to go up big here. Shoemaker just going right down. Woo! Right down the seam. Catches it in between two defenders, wraps it up, goes down at the 5. Michigan looking to punch the ball in here. Expect them to go back to Haskins, looking to punch the ball in, get themselves a touchdown, and to go up 21-3.
I almost regret asking you how the game was.
Into the line, hands it off to Haskins. Haskins off to the right side. He's going to find the end zone, baby. Touchdown. Let's go, Michigan. Give me some fives, baby.
Hey, y'all. My bad. I never should have asked. I didn't think it would go into this. But here we are.
Leaders and best. Hail to. Sorry.
Wow.
Woo!
I mean, I'm not going to lie. Your commentary was pretty good. I was not expecting you to go full-fledged color commentary with a simple. I was just looking for the score. But you went into a full play-by-play, which felt like 5 minutes or so. So maybe if this doesn't work out for you, Kyle, you can find a way as a color commentator somewhere, because it wasn't too bad.
So here's the thing, too, and people have said, and we've seen this question before, too. It's like, Kyle and Jake, we should get you commentating a game. And we were like, that would be freaking awesome. People are like, yeah, guys, but that's a whole lot different than Jess. So I had to throw it out. You know what? I actually, when I went to college, that's what I went for, is to do that. I went into broadcasting to start with.
Yep.
And then I decided actually playing baseball was more important, so I switched to something that'd be a little easier.
A little bit easier. Yeah, I mean, I think it would be fun to sit back and call games and have some fun doing it, but I mean, maybe that's something we could do in the near future. Maybe we could do that for a playoff game, Kyle.
Brian, listen, Brian, we're not going to talk about the game's not over with. The game's not over with, so we're not going to talk about where Michigan would come tomorrow, because it's not tomorrow. But I will tell you, I'm going to be getting in touch with Mr. Christopher Chouse, because I might have a video that I want to do for Headliner U, and see if he'll let me drop it on the channel.
Chouse like different.
Tip of the horn. Ladies and gentlemen, let us know in the chat. Throw a little fire in the chat. One single fire emoji.
Just
no
one.
more, no less. Just one. Just one. If you think Jake and I should have our own show live on YouTube, sponsored by the NFL, so we can actually have the games up with us. We sit here, watch the game with you, comment on it as it goes. One single fire mode in the chat, if you believe that
could we
correct.
do like our own Manning cast?
It should.
Yeah, like if they can do a Manning cast, we could do an NFL cast.
Yeah.
Could we do it and not monetize it, where we still get hit with something? I wonder.
Well, remember, I tried to do that video about Justin Fields a couple of weeks ago, and we did.
Yeah, we got copyright strikes out the ying for that.
It was fast, too.
Yeah. Because it would be fun to sit back and call a game. Could I call a Michigan game? No, I could not, because I don't know. I could call an NFL game easy, but college, I don't know those guys enough.
So here's the thing, too. Twitch does some live streaming stuff, like Nick Mertz and Tim the Tatman used to do live, they would Twitch would let them show the games. We need to get YouTube on the phone and be like, the F, nothing against Tim at all. Okay. I mean, look at us.
I mean, come on.
Listen to us.
This is it's like meant to be.
Have I ever thought about going to Full Sail University? Listen, Isaiah, I've got 2 degrees already that cost me more than enough money. I'm not looking at any more school.
Whose degrees cost more money, mine or yours?
Is this a trick question?
Maybe.
Mine.
That's exactly right.
I was going to say.
Because I don't have none. I am naturally blessed with smartness. I'm like a human textbook over
I
here.
felt that one right here. Yeah, buddy.
Yeah. Let's see. What else do we have out here?
Sorry, hold on a second. Do you want just a dude, man? Says Maize and Blue Baby. This is all your fault, Jake. LMAO. Keep up the good work, boys.
Yeah, it probably was. You're
Leo
right.
has a question if you want to answer it real quick.
All right, one more question. Kyle and Jake. I have James Robinson and Sony. Do I start Sony if Henderson is out over Robinson? I'm also starting the Rams defense. To me, not really worried about the Rams defense pick. I'm still going to go with James Robinson, though, over Sony Michel. He's just shown that he can find the end zone each and every week and gives you that safer floor. Sony, not so much. Dan Dude, 8765 says, hey, dudes. What's up? Need an upside option after Ingram left me with a 10-point deficit on Thursday. Breida, Drake, or Bateman in a half PPR flex. So you're chasing points. If Josh Jacobs is ruled out, I would go with Kenyon Drake. If Jacobs plays, I'm going to cross my fingers and hope for a bigger game that he can find the end zone and go with Rashad Bateman. And hopefully you can make up that deficit there. It's just one of those boomer bust type plays. Dakota Montana says Kyle's celebration alone deserves my money.
Back.
You guys are awesome. Should I start David Montgomery or Javonte Williams? I think we're both going to agree here that it's going to be Javonte Williams.
I know. People can see me dancing, and I don't care.
Whoa. They can definitely see you.
They turned around and looked at me, and they go, "You're on a live stream." I'm like, "Yeah."
Yeah. Perfect. Who cares? We've done a lot worse on this show before.
Is this the Filiberto from Filiberto's?
I don't think so. I would not be able to contain myself. It was, I tagged Filiberto's on Twitter not that long ago, and like they liked my response and started following me on Twitter. So now I'm like, this is like meant to be. Like, I need Filiberto's more often. It's like meant to be.
Filiberto dropping a 5-bomb in the chat. Appreciate you, Luis.
Filiberto.
Says you got Kyle thinking about whose degree was more expensive. With 2 degrees, Kyle is not that smart.
See, Luis. This isn't just extremely manly looks. This is a very high IQ, Luis, and I can make Kyle think on the stupidest of questions sometimes.
The best part is going to be when I can finally start doing this full time, and then it's like my degrees don't even matter at all at that point.
Then you have all that money for all those degrees, and you're talking football on the internet.
But that's all right.
That's right.
I won't care. Just a dude, man, says in a full PPR start, Robinson over Freeman or nah? I'm still going Robinson there. James Robinson, yes.
Yes, me too. Krista Williams says, hello, handsome fellas. Pittman or Renfro in a full PPR? Oof, that's tough because I like me some Hunter Renfro on a full PPR, but I don't know if he's got the same touchdown upside that Michael Pittman has. So the ceiling may be higher for Pittman, but the floor safer for Renfro. Here I am, Krista. I was trying to have a legit question and answer, and we got Dad of the Year over here spinning on a chair.
Being a man, listen, children, you have to remember that I am an international superstar, okay? So I do what the people want. They want me to stand on my chair.
Even your kids are like, why? Like, they're just
I
like,
don't have a stain on my shorts.
yo, yeah, you did.
No, I didn't.
Oh, sure you did. Looked like baby powder.
Do I have something on my shorts, kids?
No. Yes. Oh, yes.
Are you a little chafed, Kyle? You
Is
got
it
some
the
powder?
paint from the bathroom?
Yes.
Oh, okay. We were painting the bathroom earlier today. It must be dry, though, because it's not on my chair.
Wow. Bud Cannibalist says Cankles.
Get that guy out of here.
Oh, that is funny. Now we're starting to get some random fire emojis in the chat. I think they're a little bit behind on the stream because they're probably going back to the NFL call. Quick question, Kyle, because it is 10:40 p.m. Eastern time. Are you gaming tonight or no?
Oh yes, we're gonna light up the love layer, but listen, we're not gonna light it up until the game is done. Oh, get him!
And I think I'm trying to hold it together here, people. I'm trying to keep them reeled in, but it's like having another child. Like I have 2 real life kids, but when you include this, I have 3 kids. Bertha says that I'm regretting not having the doc on tonight.
I told Jake last week, I was like, here's the thing. I want to watch the Michigan game. I said, but I don't want to not be on the stream. I said, what would you think if I set up the TV? What would you think if I set the TV up out in the garage? Because the garage is off my studio. I said, the kids will be out here watching with me. The game will be on. I said, I think it would be funny for people to watch me to react to the video or watch me react to the game. And he was like, yeah, I don't care. So Jake had his chance.
I did have my chance. I was just envisioning, and I'm sorry, I can say this now because it's 21-3. Because like, what would have happened had they been like losing 21-3 right now?
Whoa! There's still 7 minutes left in the third.
It doesn't matter. They're not going to be trailing 21-3 now.
I will leave this stream.
No,
I will
won't.
shut this down.
You will not. But I was kind of saying if that were the case and people could watch you melt down like you did when they drafted TJ Hawkinson, the Lions, like that would have been good internet right there.
Luke Daniels. Wait.
What up, Luke?
Drunken Hamster came in first, I think. Nope.
Okay.
Just a Dude Man came in first. Keep
Okay.
Pittman or insert Monty or Evans. I have Evans over Pittman this week.
Yes, I agree. Evans over Pittman.
And then Drunken Hamster and a full PPR, Moreau or Logan Thomas at tight end, and then Javonte Williams or Saquon. There's a lot of Javonte Williams or Saquon questions this week.
And
it's Logan Thomas for me at tight end. Javonte Williams has higher upside, but Saquon is safer.
yeah, I mean, it all depends if you want to take the gamble or not. I'm surprised how many people have had the Javonte Williams or Saquon Barkley decision this week. I would have hoped that there's been more opportunities to get them both into a lineup this week because that makes it super tough if you want to play it safe or gamble a little bit there. What about about Luke Daniels? First time in your live stream. Welcome, Luke. We appreciate your support. Anyways, full PPR. Since Hurts, it says might be out. He is out. Hurts is out. Russell Wilson, Tua, or Wentz? Let me see here. I have Russell Wilson. I have Russell. Oh, wow. I have Wilson, Wentz, and Tua all back to back to back in my rankings right now, with Russell being the highest in hopes they can get that pass game going with DK Metcalf. Also, should I stick with Eckler, Madison, and flex Elijah Mitchell and sit Jamal Williams and Sony Michel? Yes. Out of those options you have, I keep them in your lineup over those other two. And then Nicholas Howard, PPR flex, Mike Williams, T. Higgins, or Miles Sanders. I think if you want to play the safest play, it'll be Miles Sanders. If you want to gamble a little bit more for some higher upside, that's when you go T. Higgins. Yeah, a lot of people out there looking forward to some Javonte Williams. A lot of Javonte Williams in the chat right now, that's for sure. If I didn't know any better, I would feel like Kyle is nervous about this game right now with the way that he's watching it. But I don't think you should be that nervous. I'm pretty sure this game is over.
Ooh, nice hit.
This game is over.
Bro.
It's over.
I swear to God. Stop.
It's over.
Dude.
Who out there in the chat agrees with me that this game is over? It worked. I mean, come on. Let's be realistic. It's over. I mean, this isn't the Falcons Super Bowl here, okay? Like, this is over. Iowa hasn't really been able to do anything tonight.
It doesn't matter.
See, here comes all the it's overs. It's overs.
I swear to God, if they score right here.
If they score here, they're still got a 2-possession lead. I kind of hope they score.
Oh, they changed quarterbacks.
Yeah, because the other dude
Iowa brought in their backup.
Yeah, because the other guy got targeted.
A little bit more.
See, Anna is the voice of reason, and even
Anna,
she's
shut
like,
up.
she says it's 100% over. Iowa has no chance. It's over, ladies and gentlemen. Iowa has no offense. See? Iowa. Kodiak says Iowa coming back.
Thank you, Kodiak.
You want them to come back?
No, I don't, but they could.
Kane says Michigan can always shoot themselves in the foot.
And
first
trust
down
me,
on the
I've
next
been
play, bad
alive
luck.
long enough to watch it happen multiple times. And
Brian
I was
Paul.
driving right now too, man.
It's fine. Let them drive.
I'm gonna drive my foot up your ass if this game
Oh, your
goes-
kids just heard you say that on the internet.
My kids just were like, "What?"
Unless you have trouble with the snaps again, it's over. Charles Pecker. Oh, is it Pecker or Pekar? Sorry if it's not Pecker.
Hard.
It just says P-E-K-A-R.
Luis
Pekar.
It says, "Let's go Hawkeyes."
Luis hates you. Oh, there it is. We made it another week with Leo Vernaccio, the Wang Wang Bang Bang.
No,
the
it's the
chat.
other way around.
Is it Bang Bang Wang Wang?
Bang, bang, wang, wang. Yeah.
Okay.
other way.
Sorry, you failed, Leo. It's backwards. Bang Bang Wang Wang.
Listen, they're even showing it on the screen right now. Iowa this season against Penn State, Illinois, and Nebraska, all trailed by double-digit points and ended up winning it.
And you're really that worried?
Yes.
But why? I'm not worried at all. Like, I have no worry right now. It's probably because I don't give two craps about Michigan, but that's just me. Would you drop Koo for Badgley? I'm not attached to any kicker in football, really. I mean, maybe Justin Tucker, maybe. So I'm not attached to Koo that much to where I wouldn't have to keep him.
Also, there is a lot of people asking, yes, we're going to be live over on Headliner Gaming tonight after the Michigan game is over with. So it won't be
CM80.
anytime
Are they
soon.
only answering questions for people who paid? I've been literally almost reading them word for word down this entire stream. So no, we are not. However, are we going to ignore the people that do? No, we're not. So
We are ignoring you now.
we are. I will now ignore CM80. He will no longer be answered in the chat. On break, Murray
Ooh, nice
or
stop.
Herbert?
Are they going to go for it?
I'm still going with Murray as of right now, as long as he's good
Michigan
to go.
gets the huge third down stop, 4th and 3, ball on the Michigan, is it 10-yard line?
They should go for it.
On the Michigan 11-yard line, 4th and 3rd. Is Iowa going to take the points, or are they at the point of the game where we have to score a touchdown here? Let's see what Kirk Ferentz decides
Here
to
we go
do.
again.
He is going to keep his offense out in the field. Ladies and gentlemen,
they
this
should
is
go
a
for it.
big part of the game right here. 21-3, closing in on the end of the third. Wide receiver in motion, comes over to the hash. Padilla rolls out. He's looking back to the left-hand side. Michigan in the backfield. He gets rid of it, the catch, and he's down. Michigan gets the stop on 4th and 3rd. Iowa loses 4 yards. And ladies and gentlemen, we're back on offense with 1 minute and 10 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Michigan looking to run out the clock here. What a great series by the Michigan defense, standing tall when it mattered most. Back to you, Jake.
And did I say you had anything to worry about before? No. So all that worrying was for nothing. I didn't even get 3 points from it. So suck it. Yeah. Let's see here. See, more people saying it's over now, which is great.
But here's the thing. Everyone needs to remember I'm a Michigan fan.
Well, you are? No
I'm a
way.
Tigers fan. I'm a Lions fan.
You picked all the wrong teams.
All my teams have never given me a reason to believe.
You literally picked a bunch of losers.
I'm from Michigan. I didn't have a choice. I did, but
Yeah, you did.
here's the funny thing, though. Here's the funny thing. So growing up, I am from Michigan. I was born in Southwest Michigan. All right. And that's where I lived basically up until the time that I was 20 when I moved to Indiana. So I grew up a Michigan sports fan in general. However, my dad is originally from a small town in Ohio that is about 5 minutes from the Michigan state line. And it is about halfway in between Columbus and Ann Arbor. So a majority of my family is actually Ohio State fans because they live in Ohio still. So growing up, I kind of had my choice. Do I want to go Michigan or do I want to go with Ohio State? Like some of my earliest memories of Michigan football is Charles Woodson and that 1997 team.
Yep.
Which this football behind me, that's who that team has signed that football right there, by the way. Boom, boom, bang. So
Bang, 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 bang.
So I don't know why I was so possessed to go with Michigan, but I did, and here we are today.
Wow. And that has led us to this point.
So if anybody has any concerns about my decision making, I probably didn't help my case.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. You had some people say that you chose correctly. Stephen Wu says, please pick one running back and one wide receiver. Javonte Williams or Myles Gaskin. Got to be Javonte Williams if you've been watching here tonight. Michael Pittman, T. Higgins, or Mike Williams in a half PPR. I'm probably saying the safest option there is going to be Pittman. If you want to gamble for a higher upside, it's T. Higgins.
Brian wants to know our favorite cookies. I mean, here's the thing. You cannot go wrong with a good chocolate chip cookie. Like,
as long as it doesn't get, I don't like hard cookies though.
No.
It's got to be the soft chocolate chip.
It's got to have just a little bit of a crunch to it though. Like it doesn't, I don't want it to like be like doughy.
Right.
I want it to be, when I bite on the outside, there's a nice crisp to it that kind of just makes it just a little crackle, just like you can feel it snap a little bit. But then when you bite into it, it's like dough all over.
I like it. I mean, I can't disagree. A perfectly made chocolate chip cookie it's got to be up there. Look at all these let it flow emojis. Oh, it's Luis. Luis going to get himself banned on the internet with so many emojis, Luis. Just telling you, Google will think you're spamming and they will block you, my friend.
Oh, my God.
Well, we have not let it flow because, honestly, I don't know if I could do it without coughing up a lung here. I only have 2 Ricolas left. So,
Ricola.
Yeah.
Devin Jakowski. Lost Cook, pick 2, Hines, Murray, or Drake. I know. I go Hines and Drake.
If I have to, yeah. What I have to choose from, that's where I go.
They're going to get you a combined 0.45 fantasy points this week.
Yes, pretty much. Let's see, what else do we have
Luke
here?
Brown, you're still going Jamar Chase. Trust me, give me some Javonte Williams this week, but you don't sit a guy that's been a top 5 wide receiver almost all season long.
Darth Vader says, do we trust Cam Newton? I trust Cam Newton 100% this week because he's on bye. So yes, I do trust him this week. He cannot hurt my fantasy team this week.
He won't help it, but he won't hurt it either. Just run it. Just run it here. 3 seconds left in the quarter. Oh, they're going to go. Okay.
Yeah, another question here. I've seen it come along. Isaiah Daughtry. He says SOS. Full PPR. I roster all of these running backs. Cordero Patterson, Alexander Madison, Javonte Williams, Jamal Williams, Saquon Barkley. Can you guys pick 2 to start and or 3 as a potential flex over Renfro? I mean, that you are absolutely stacked. You got to start Cordero Patterson. You got to start Alexander Madison as your flex play. If you want to play it a little bit safer, you go with Javonte Williams. If you want to gamble, that's when you go Saquon Barkley. Me, personally, as much as I love Javonte, this is the week that I'd have to go Barkley and just cross my fingers for your flex. Michael W., they're all right. They're all right. Got some chocolate chip cookies out there from Leo. Appreciate that. Anna says she doesn't give a crap about college football, but I'm hoping for a miracle comeback because I want to see the meltdown. Man, could you imagine the meltdown we would witness right here on the internet? Lasagna or spaghetti? Buck, both is a great answer. But honestly, I love lasagna. Like, I'm the only one in my family that likes lasagna, so I don't get it very much. I usually only make it for myself when they're out of town, but I like me some lasagna.
Mike, I've missed a lot, been jumping in and out periodically while the stream. Love y'all. Love you too, Mike. Mike became a member of the Love Layer last night, by the way.
Oh, wow.
Need 2 in a full PPR. Jacoby, Emmanuel Sanders, Elijah Moore, Bateman. Please help. Oh, Mike. It's Bateman.
It's Bateman and Moore, but I don't like it. Yeah, I don't like it at all. Buck's got to beg for it, too. I'm guessing you're talking about lasagna out there, Buck.
CEH or Pittman in a full PPR. I mean, Pittman's going to be safer at this point, but if you want that upside, you have to go with CEH.
Andrew Alta, if you see this, If Hendo is out versus the Jags, should I run Josh Jacobs versus Washington or CEH versus Denver? I already have Mitchell on my flex.
I'd probably go with Jacobs.
As long as he's good to go.
Oh, that's true. He's banged up too, isn't he?
Yep.
Oh, is he banged up or is he sick?
He's banged up. I think he turned his ankle late in practice this week. So, I mean, I wait until that last minute and find out if Jacobs plays in the afternoon game. If he's active, I go Jacobs. If he's not, you cross your fingers and you go CH for the night game.
This is the tough thing about this time of the year, man, especially with an extra game now this season.
People are gonna rest.
Like, so many people are banged up. Like, I'm actually surprised that we haven't seen more teams give people kind of like that extra game to kind of
Rest.
rest it up,
Mm-hmm.
which to me is worrisome because what if they don't do that, but here down the stretch, we just see them kind of take away some volume in a certain game and just give them a little bit of an easier workload. I mean, for a team like the Chiefs heading into the playoffs, a guy like CEH who's been banged up all season long, it feels like, there's really no reason to be running him out there and getting him so many touches here in the last few weeks if he doesn't really need to.
Yep,
so
exactly.
That's one of the, and now that he isn't feeling well this week, I mean, if we were to be like, yeah, at 1 o'clock, we'll know. It's like, yeah, we're going to go CEH. And for some reason he doesn't play, then you'll switch him out. And they're on Sunday night. It's like, man, there's just no way of knowing at this point with some of these guys.
Yep. Ray says, remember, Jake, you said you'd show my picture on your show. I showed it earlier, Ray. You made your whole, I showed my phone up to the screen and everything when you sent it to me at the beginning of the live show, my friend.
And I even said you looked good in the jersey, Ray.
Yeah, we even commented on your Christmas decorations and how many presents you had. And I wondered what you had for me and everything.
That's true.
Yeah.
The Beast threw a little $1 dono out. The Beast appreciate you. Spoon, thoughts on starting Moreau over Bateman in a full PPR? I wouldn't go that far. I'd still go Bateman.
Yep.
I know Moreau smashed the last time that Waller was out, but I'm not ready to make that type of a commitment yet this week.
Yep. I agree. All right. Well, here it is. It's 10:56 p.m. Eastern time. Kyle's going to live stream as soon as the Michigan game is over, even though it's already over.
I'm surprised people don't want us to stay live to watch the end of the game with me.
I think if it was closer, maybe, but everybody realizes out there that it's over. Everybody knows that, except for you, and you're the only fan watching right now. So here's what we'll do for the next 5 minutes or so until we get out of here. Let's do a little headliners after dark. If you have any questions not football related, me and Kyle will answer those as well.
Kevin wants to know in a PPR pick 2, Henderson, Scott, Stevenson, or Bateman. Well, it's Henderson if he plays.
Yeah. If he doesn't, I'm going Stevenson and Bateman and crossing my fingers.
Michigan bounce. Keep going.
Woo! LJ. Due to injuries, buys, and a limited bench, am I crazy to start both Hendy and Michelle? Also, I need to pick up a wide receiver 3 out of Samuel, Slayton, and Reynolds. I don't know if I'd start both of them. You kind of limit whatever your potential upside is by having them both in there because they're not going to both go out there and put up huge numbers. So I would preferably not do that. Hopefully Henderson, if anything gets ruled out, you can start Michelle and have at least that one solid option for your wide receiver 3 out of Samuel, Slayton, and Reynolds. I'm going with Reynolds and the target volume he could get there in Detroit from Goff.
Nick Brinkley becoming a member here on YouTube for the 3rd month in a row. I need help with picking 2 in a full PPR. Mooney, AJ Green, T.Y. Hilton, and Emmanuel Sanders. Also may need some forehead kisses with the answer, Nick. Forehead kisses.
Wow. We haven't had
as
very
far
many
as
of
your
those
question goes, it's T.Y. Hilton for me. If DeAndre Hopkins is out, then it's AJ Green. If DeAndre Hopkins plays, I probably go Mooney and just cross my freaking fingers, man.
As of right now, looking at it on the surface, I'm going Mooney and Hilton for both of them.
Yeah.
And just hoping.
Peasy. Is it crazy to sit Najee this week? I mean, it depends on who you try to play over him.
Yeah,
That's going to be
it could
the
be
main
crazy
question.
who you play over Najee, but it can't be crazy to sit him based on whoever you have.
Devin, we got your super chat.
Yeah.
Lost Cook, pick 2, Hines, Murray, or Drake. I know we both kind of side with you because we could hear it in your voice through the chat, and we said Hines and Drake, and that we hated it.
Yep. Let's see here. Anybody else got some headliners after dark
Who's
questions?
the worst fans in the NFL? I mean, Philly's got to be pretty high up there.
Yeah, Philly fans are another level. They get hateful in the chat in a heartbeat if you say anything negative about their team, even if it's true. They will hate in a heartbeat. That's the first team.
People hate the Patriots, but I don't have a problem with their fans. I don't think their fans are too overboard.
It's got to be Philly. It's got to be Philly. I mean, seeing some people say the Cowboys, I can see that as well.
Yeah.
But they're not as quick to hate. They just love their own team. You can say a truthful statement. You can recite a stat verbatim, and even if they don't like it, Philly will still hate you. I feel like at least Cowboys fans will at least acknowledge the stat as a stat and not some made-up opinion. Philly will just flip in a heartbeat.
What? People saying Lions fans?
Yeah.
How can we be bad? We don't talk.
Yeah, you're all in hiding.
To talk about.
Yeah, there's people. Their fans don't even admit they're Lions fans.
We always talk like we're Super Bowl contenders. I have literally never heard a Lions fan talk like they are a Super Bowl contender. Never.
Me
Never.
neither. Let's see here. And does have a point. We do have one Pats fan in our MVP chat. That's pretty crazy.
I don't mind Wiss.
No.
Oh. Or he was talking about Casey. No,
He's a Packers
Casey's
fan.
a Vikings fan.
Vikings fan. No.
No.
He's a Packers fan.
Who's a No, Kalafa's a Vikings fan.
Yeah.
Yes. Casey is a Green Bay fan.
Yeah.
So we have 2 Green Bay fans then, actually.
Let's see here.
Gouda cheese or aged Swiss? Aged Swiss is more versatile. You can do a lot more things with a good Swiss cheese. Gouda,
it's kind of
you gotta put it with something bold.
Yeah.
You can't just throw Gouda cheese like on your eggs. It just doesn't. You gotta put it on like with a really bold meat, like a really good pastrami that's got like a nice black pepper rind around it. Oh man.
Yep.
Theron Blair says flex Bateman, Galladay, or Drake. That's Bateman for me. Oh, Hutchinson about had another one. Nicholas Johnson, Kyle, you got to be feeling good about Michigan right now.
He is.
Stop, Nicholas.
It's
we'll
over.
feel good about Michigan in 13 minutes if this holds. Touchdown Pitt is a tie. Pittsburgh, let's go, baby. Woo! Bertha, what does Kyle hope for this year with the Lions draft improvements? They're going to have the first overall pick, and unfortunately, there isn't that game-changing, like franchise-changing quarterback at the top, or I would say it would need to be that.
Yeah.
However, Thibodeau from Oregon and Hutchinson from Michigan are game-changing defensive end pass rushers, and they also need that. So it's not going to be, they're not going to have the first overall pick in a year that I would really like them to, but they're going to get a really, really good overall player. And the Rams pick puts them at like 21 right now. So for me, it's about improving that defense or you need a game-changing wide receiver. You got to get somebody that can just absolutely break one. I don't know if they're going to get one at 21 or not. So we'll have to see what else happens there. Fuck, yes, I was alive when Tom Brady. Thank you, though.
Evan Wheeler.
Fumble, baby.
Evan Wheeler says, how much of a risk financially did you take to go full-time with YouTube, and were you willing to risk it all to do so? Would you be willing to personally finance for the business if necessary? That's a deep, deep question right there. Kyle's not listening. Evan.
Sorry.
How much of a risk financially? I'll be completely honest. I worked 2 full-time jobs for 4 years until I got to a point where I was comfortable enough to do this full-time before I left. I'm on to make sure I had my family set up in a place to where I wasn't going to put us on the streets if it just absolutely failed in one season. So I was very smart with it personally. I know I'll answer for Kyle. He is the exact same way. He's not going to do anything stupid and just up and leave and make sure that his family is not. He might do that. Would I be willing to personally finance it? I mean, you personally have to finance it to start up anything, right? So, I mean, as long as you have to have money to make money. So as long as you're willing to take that risk, but you don't put yourself in a position to jeopardize you or your family's livelihood, sometimes you have to make a risk like that.
I mean, early on, Jake, I mean, even I do the same thing still now. Like when we did giveaways or stuff, some of that stuff came out of our own pockets.
Oh,
like,
100%.
Last week when I did the Best Buy giveaway cards, that came out of like my own pocket. That wasn't like money from the company. Like we bought some stuff before we had this agreement with Pristine Auction this year. We kind of had to front with them a little bit. Like you went into your own pocket and you said, well, let's get a few things from Pristine Auction. Let's show them that we're on board. Let's show them that this is something we can drive. You know, you bought some things from there to do giveaways. And then all of a sudden, you know, they loved it. They thought it was awesome. Pristine Auction took notice. So yeah, like you said, you got to spend money to make money. Like, yeah, anytime you go down a road like this, there's a whole lot of risk that comes with it. But that risk, if you're smart with it and you understand it, you're going to come out on top more times than not, as long as you have the work ethic to continue to follow up on it.
And that's the biggest thing, is that a lot of people say, hey, I'm going to start up a YouTube channel and I'm going to be rich. And that's not how it works. Like, this is not easy. This is something where we still work really hard behind the scenes doing a lot of things.
We were just talking about that before we went live.
There's a lot of stuff that I do every single day from a business perspective, because this is an actual company. I mean, we have a production company that is established. So, I mean, it's not like it's just, turn on a camera, record a video, release it, and then be good to go. No, like there's a lot of stuff that goes in there and dealing with all kinds of different aspects, just like you would do in a normal business. So
it's a business. It really is. If
you want to be successful, you have to treat it that way. Otherwise, you're just going to kind of, piss things away because you're going to get a sponsorship check and you're going to be like, oh, I'm rich, I'm going to go blow it. And then you don't accomplish anything as a business. So we try to do everything very, very by the book over here to make sure we set ourselves up for success in the future.
Yeah. And Jake got to take that leap this year, and Jake knew, Jake had everybody backing him. Like Taylor and myself for like months were like, dude, you're ready. We can do this. We'll be here for you. His family had his back. So like he had like the people, like that's the thing too. Like you have to have people around you that are going to be there to kind of help you too. Like if Jake, and I don't say this because I don't think Jake couldn't do it on his own, but I think having like myself and Taylor and Chris Kennedy and Chris Chouse and, everybody else and Kane and Ethan, having and Mac, like having this strong support around him too, probably makes him feel more comfortable to take that leap too. Cause he's like, man, I've got some guys around me that understand what I'm trying to do here. And we're on the same page and we work the same way and they're just as driven as I am. That kind of helps with that. And like, I'm hoping, fingers crossed, to be there very soon myself. It hasn't happened yet, but there's been days where like Jake is like, I'm like, hey man, I've got a video. I'm going to do like a members only video. I think it was over Thanksgiving. And Jake was like, dude, just take a day. And I was like, I can't, I don't feel like I could. Yes. But like, I love doing it, so I don't mind it. But number two, I want to keep grinding. Like I want to keep pushing stuff out there because number one, I want to be the best. Like I want people, when they talk about fantasy football, YouTube, like boom, we're at the top. Like we're the thing that people are talking about. But number two, it's all of you guys too. Like when I see the comments in the chat, when people are like, oh my God, this content was awesome. When you guys show out on a Saturday night, when you guys bring the absolute fire in here and help support. And when we on a live stream on a Sunday get 50 freaking new members, that's absolutely inspiring as hell to us. Heck, over on the gaming channel, like my goal was to hit 20 consecutive viewers, like average it. And over the last 2 weeks, we're at 19. Oh! Oh!
So close.
Oh man.
Is it over yet?
So yeah, it's, I'm still grinding. Jake's still grinding. There are days where I'm sick because I work from home now, which is great. Let's go, baby. Go blue.
It's over now, Kyle.
Woo! But there's still days where I'm sitting at my computer because I work from home now, and I'm like, I really wish I could go work on a video, or I really wish I could do rankings, or I wish I could drop that new gaming video that I had, or I have this awesome idea for content, but I know it's going to take me a few hours and I just can't do that right now. So, I mean, I keep telling everybody the same thing. When I get to full time, you guys are going to see like a whole nother level, because your boy's going to just be like.
But it's one of those things. And I mean, me and Kyle have had this conversation too. I mean, we're kind of getting you guys behind the scenes a little bit. Everybody has their point, right? Everybody has their need, what it is. And it's different for everybody in their own family. I mean, for an 18-year-old kid, maybe it would be enough to be full-time, but we're not trying to just like, nickel and dime things. Everybody that does work here gets paid for it. Like we don't have anybody here working for free that does anything for free. I'm not about bringing in a bunch of guys to write articles and put stuff out for free. No, the guys that are here are going to be taken care of. And that's how we're going to do things all along. And so far it's worked out good, and we're going to continue to grow. Now, one thing that could really help out is if we can continue to keep members all year long. That will really help establish this channel, not just during the football season, but all year long, and really help get more to those guys and give those opportunities. Because honestly, as soon as January hits, heck, even right now, views have just tanked. I mean, that's just the way it is. As the football season goes on, views go down because less and less people, the diehards are the only ones watching it. By now, all the newbies have kind of phased out a little bit unless they're in first place. So it's just one of those things. I mean, it's just part of the business, and the more support we get from members on a year by year, month by month basis is what's going to help sustain us when it's not football season. So that's why we greatly appreciate all those guys too.
Yeah, 100%. Few questions have come in. Steven Pena, Brady, DK, Muth, or Mahomes, Chase, and Moreau, 4-point passing touchdowns. I'm going Brady, DK, and Muth here.
Brady, DK, and Muth.
Or Mahomes, Chase, or Moreau.
Yeah. No, I probably agree with you with the first one.
I was going to say it was super close, but just, I mean, with Muth over Moreau, just kind of put it over the top for me there. John Coyne, rank for stash: Booker, Herbert, Pirine, Hyde, Jeff Wilson. It's Booker, Herbert, Wilson, Pirine, Hyde. Now I'm going to go Booker, Pirine. Just because they're running the ball so much right now. It's not because I think Mixon's getting hurt, but Pirine would get a lot of work if something were to happen to Michigan. Mixon. So Booker, Pirine, Herbert, Hyde, Wilson, Hyde. Hyde is last because he's garbage.
Yeah.
Mike Path. Full PPR, need 2 flex. David Montgomery, Pittman, Diggs, or Sony, assuming no Henderson. So full PPR, need 2 flex. It's Diggs and Montgomery for me right now. I would probably even go Montgomery over Sonny if there's no Henderson, honestly.
I probably would as well. I probably would as well there, just because with it being a bad weather game, they could rely on the running game a little bit more.
Devin Jakowski. Thank you for everything you guys do. Legit appreciate you, Devin. Thank you so much. AP Zibby becoming a member for the 3rd month here on YouTube, and a full PPR currently starting Barkley, Madison. It says Jay Williams. I'm going to assume Jamal, but it could be Javonte too.
Yeah.
Marquise Brown, CD played already. Pitts, DK, Mike Williams, Knox on the bench. Any changes? Barkley, Madison.
So he's got.
I think I go DK over Marquise Brown this week.
I do too. This week I do too. I go DK over Hollywood there, and then that's probably about it. Yeah.
James Gassman, need 2 wide receivers, 2 running backs, and a flex. So, Jake, out of these 2 wide receivers, Metcalf, Mike Williams, Allen Robinson. Oh, wait. No.
James Robinson.
Is it James Robinson?
It's got to be Metcalf and Mike Williams, J-Rob and Monty with the flex of Freeman.
Okay, so you need to pick 2 wide receivers out of Metcalf, Mike Williams, and Van Jefferson. He has Cordero Patterson. That could be a wide receiver or a running back.
So for the 2 wide receivers, I'll go with Metcalf and Williams. The 2 running backs will be Robinson and Monty, and then the flex, I'll put Cordero Patterson.
Kent. Deichel, 10 bomb in the super chat. Appreciate you, Kent. Not FF related, but I want to say how much I appreciate Headliner Nation. Mr. Chris Kinney has been there for me as I have been going through some personal stuff and talked me through it. That's awesome to hear, Kent. And that's what we're about here. It's not just fantasy football. It's everything, man. And I think that's what separates us from a lot of other companies. And I don't want to use this as like a pot shot at other companies because they're companies like Yahoo, ESPN, like big companies like that. That's just not who they are. But that's the thing that separates us is I think we honestly, truly deep down care about the people that are here. I mean, we're not just doing this to make money. We're doing this because we wanted to create something that was larger than just fantasy football. And I think that's the biggest difference between us and everybody else.
Yep. 100%.
Luis, all year long till I die, baby. You are stuck with me and my dad jokes. Luis, I'll take them.
Yeah, we love your dad jokes, even when I read them and don't understand them, and start talking about bacon smelling fingers and stuff. It was awkward. But anyway, all right, here it is. So it is now 11:15 p.m. East Coast time. Kyle is wrapping up the Michigan game, which is technically over at this point. He doesn't think it is yet, but it's over. He's going to be gaming as soon as the game is over. So probably in the next 30 minutes-ish or so, Kyle, right around in there. Kyle should be live on the gaming stream. If you want to head over there, did you pin that link to that already or no?
I'm going to do it right now, though. Chat, if we can, I'm going to do the same thing as last week, chat. If we can get 25 people watching when I go live, meaning there's a starting stream screen, then it goes into my countdown, and then I pop up. If there's 25 people waiting for me, I'm going to give away a $25 Best Buy gift card.
Well, there you have it. Gotta love the giveaways. Ryan Gilbert, who should I start? Evans, Godwin, Hopkins if he plays, and Bateman. I'm super weak at wide receiver, but need 3 running backs: Madison, Montgomery, Connor, and Javonte Williams. Okay, so for your first question, I'm guessing who should I start? Evans, Godwin, or Hopkins, or Bateman. I'm guessing you need 2 people there, Ryan. If that's the case, I'm going to go Hopkins if he plays. I'm hoping it should be Hopkins. And then, Kyle, which one are you going? You like Evans or Godwin more this week?
Godwin. He's just more volume than Evans is.
Okay, so we go Godwin and Hopkins. Obviously, then if Hopkins plays, if he doesn't, we'll double up and go Evans, Godwin. And then for your running backs, you need 3 of them. Madison and Javonte Williams are going to be the must-starts for us, which leaves us Montgomery or Connor. If you want to play it safer, it's Connor for the touchdown upside. If you want to gamble for the higher upside, then it's Montgomery. Personally, I'm going Madison, Connor, Javonte Williams.
Dominique says, I remember the last time a team was leading 28-3.
Different circumstance. There was a different quarterback that was down with those 3 points than what we're watching right now with Iowa. So, yeah, definitely. Bertha out there telling people if they want to have a chance for Show Us Your Teams to make sure you're creative with your submissions. Absolutely. We do that over on Twitter, so make sure you follow us over there as well. But here it is, 11:17. Kyle has pinned the link to the gaming chat. Go over there, hit the subscribe button, hit that little bell notification as soon as he's live. If there's 25 people waiting, like he said, he'll give away a $25 gift card. So make sure.
Devin Chakowski just posted, I believe, to be a. Oh, they're gonna punt it. Oh, Iowa. Okay. Iowa's punting on 4th down right now.
Yeah, I mean, because it's over.
4th and 5.
It's over.
Anyway, I think he's
Even
offering. I think he's offering a little bit of a. Why can't I think of the word?
Challenge.
Jesus.
There you go. That's what I'm here for.
He's offering a challenge. If we can get 50 people waiting, I'll give away a $50 gift card.
Wow. Well, there it is. There's the challenge. 25 for a $25.
Let's get 50.
50 for a 50. Had some people asking, what game are you going to play, Kyle? You gonna drop into
we're
Verdansk?
dropping into Verdansk tonight.
Yep. It's almost over.
We're gonna find some little short-haired, snot-nosed kids that are up late on a Saturday night with their boy. Hey, Johnny, let's jump into Warzone tonight. Let's camp. We're going to find every single one of them and put them down.
Wow. That was some viciousness right there. And if that's what you're looking for, you'll be able to find it here.
I feel like my kids have such a different perspective on their father after watching
stream
tonight.
Yeah, they're like, Mommy, he scares me. I think that's exactly what's going on. But this is what we're going to do. We're going to be dropping in to Headliner Gaming here as soon as the Michigan game is over, which it is technically over, so it shouldn't be much longer here now that they're actually punting the ball away. Hopefully let that clock run a little bit. But hey, we enjoy hanging out with you guys. We've hung out with you for 2 hours and 20 minutes here this Saturday evening. Hopefully you enjoyed your time with us. Before you leave, if you have not done so yet, do us a favor and hit that like button. It greatly helps us out here on YouTube to help push us out to maybe some new viewers who have yet to find us. And we could greatly appreciate that support here. We just clicked over, I think, to 142,000. This isn't updated yet because you have to cross it by a certain number.
We are
before
past 142, aren't we? I just saw that.
Yep. So, I mean, that'll click over here pretty soon. We greatly appreciate that support. Thank you so much for joining us here this evening. Hopefully, you all have yourselves a great week 13 when it comes to fantasy football because the playoffs are right around the corner, and we're trying to win as many championships as we can. Make sure you follow us on Twitter. Send us all those screenshots of you out there absolutely whooping on some people in your fantasy football leagues. But hopefully, you guys have yourselves a great rest of your Saturday night. Kyle's happy. He's dancing. The Michigan game is basically over at this point. He's pumped. He's happy. You've got to watch him be excited.
But now we're probably going to have to play Georgia in the first round.
Congratulations on that. But hey, hopefully you guys have a great rest of your night. We appreciate you once again. And for myself and Kyle, we will talk to you next week. Even though Kyle will talk to you, all the members, tomorrow morning live, right around what, like 11:30ish or so, Kyle?
11:30.
All right, perfect. Live show members only tomorrow, Sunday night or Sunday morning, so don't miss out on that. But hopefully you guys have a great rest of your night. We'll talk to you later.
Peace.